Be alive. You know what? Man, where you get that shirt from? I didn't have a shirt like that for my mama had got a job. You remember that mama? That time you had to get that shirt out of the trash can for me. And you had got a job. You like to throw it back. Then she told me she got hired. She said got a first. She said, you throw it back in the trash. I said, nah, that's all right. He trying to. It means something though, don't it? Yes. A lot of them mean something on there. That one don't mean nothing. Cause no, some of the designs though, it do the designs. Man, I don't know, do that would mean something? Cause I got some that don't. What it mean?
I can't expose it.
Yeah, we don't know. But some of them do have like, they'll mean certain things, maybe like peace or harmony or something like that. Some of them mean. Then a lot of times people just get they just kind of putting designs on it so it kind of fake people out, make it seem to have something. So they show our clothes had something, our dressing, attire had something that was significant to us. Everything about us and our culture had something that related to us. Like today, our culture don't relate to it. We wear polo and everything, and polo don't have nothing to do with people color. And we don't even play polo. Everything we wear now, Adidas, everything with nothing has nothing to do with our culture anymore. So a lot of time we wore clothes that related to our culture. It identified who you were with in your tribes, which for us the word would be matah, what they use for our tribe. Like today, I mean, you can see where the slavery part played more of an effect than the emotional beatings. It's the psychological warfare that they beat us with. I mean, it was calculated, it was predestined by the maker, Mr. Yahuwah. And as you can see, we were people that were far before. And this is how bad we have to look at the actions of our fathers, our both, which are the fathers. Their action, you think about it, to put us in this kind of situation for over 400 years, what kind of people were they? Yeah. You know, we can talk about how bad people are today. What kind of people were they? That we suffered this for over 400 years. And we still don't see a resolve. We ain't gotten any better. We came here, we held the highest seat in the land. We've been over his military. We invented cures for diseases. We invented certain different types of surgeries. We put up infrastructures. We built a lot of his infrastructure. We built, or either we designed, and it came down to what? We're still in the same situation. We're still in low-income housing. We're still being beat out on education, economically, health-wise. I saw somebody posted today, they were saying that the so-called Negro, and I only say the so-called because that's actually a Hispanic word for black. So it doesn't make sense. Nobody else will let me name them. Why did I get named? Why can't? What was my name, which we talked about, Endoim, which would mean a name that we took on ourselves from inside of our culture. A lot of names they give us would be considered exonym, which would be something we got after our disbursement, after we came into contact with our captives. Just like you hear people saying they're Moors. We're the Moors. We're more. Moors is actually an insult. It's a European word to insult a people. It's not a name they took on themselves. The actual name was called the Berbers. They were from the north part of Akibalam. Africa is not the proper name for the region where it says it's called Akibalam. It's the mother creation. That's the actual name. Before the white face ever traveled there came, we never had that name. Africa is a mixture, I think, of Greek and Latin. So it makes no sense that Greeks and Latin would have named us. So a lot of things have gotten us off through other people's ideology, the way they see things and the way they named us, the way they kind of put us in situations have really hurt us. And you can see it. I mean, you feel it on every end. You feel it in your marriages. You feel it with your kids. I mean, you get murdered, diseases. I mean, you're incarcerated. I don't know. I mean, I don't think anything else bad could possibly happen to you. I mean, you're at the top of the totem pole for everything that's terrible. And the sad part is everybody will come along and want to march. I said, say the marching and start wearing out the shoes and let's do something effective by changing the way we do things. We need to do a symposium. We need to sit down and have a summit. That's when they tell you they have a summit. That means those are the highest people in the land. You know, they're saying they have a G8 summit. You notice you ain't never there. You don't pay attention when they say a summit. So whenever they use words, you need to look up and see why they're using them. You ever heard them say they're having a G8 summit? Or they'll tell you this is the elites. This is the highest point. That's what a summon. These are the highest points. So the fact that we let these people sit here that don't respect us, that don't care about us, and these people infect us. I mean, they manipulate us. They insult us on every end in the world. I mean, on every end, they insult, and you know you're being insulted. This man can take his face anywhere in the world and he'll be respected. He's a murderer. There's no way he can go and people don't know he's a murderer. There's no way he can go and people don't know he's a liar. Yet everybody gonna roll the red carpet out to him and give him respect. Our face has been everywhere on this planet before any of the other faces ever covered the globe. And yet when we go in the place we go, we get hated. We get insulted. We get ridiculed, we get searched, we get thrown down, we get shot when we don't have a weapon. And then people say, well, before we prosecute, we really need to investigate. That can be 2 and 3 years. Why they don't do that to everybody arrested? Why they don't get them 2 and 3 years to investigate it before you say they're guilty? So we see a video of the people guilty. I walk in the store with a gun and rob this man. They're going to wait 3 years before they find out I'm guilty, investigate it. I'm guilty then. Y'all saw it on tape. Police arrested me then. White people, the only people, it takes so many years. And it's not about racism, more than it's about the fact that we allow it. At some point, you can't even blame white people. You have to blame yourself. Because we had the opportunity to do whatever we want to do. You say what you want. You got the right to go buy a gun too. It doesn't make sense for a person with a gun to bully you when you have a gun. For whatever reason, you have become so subservient in your mind to his rhetoric, till you don't even see. You allow him to do what he does. Right. Nobody else will let him. Tell him to go. You see, though, listen, they had a thing on the news. They were showing where the Border Patrol can't do their job. They're too busy assisting illegals. Who know what an illegal is? Something not legal? They had to assist these people, get them on buses, and make sure they can be transported and taken care of. So they weren't able to do their job because these people need to be taken care of. You are legally here, and no one assists you. Right. You don't get police assistance. Right. You don't get people saying, I can't do my job because I need to assist you. When they separate you from your kids, no one gives you $250,000. Right. Y'all know they brought these people illegally coming over their kids. These people were given about $250,000 per family. Yes. They owe them because they separated them from their kids. Who's going to pay us when they separate us from our kids in slavery? Who's going to, listen, the same system, that was the facts then. The reason why they could take you and take your kids and sell them, because that was the facts. You were property. So now they come along and they got an organization called The Facts. Right. That's what you can call it what you want. It's called The Facts. I come to your house, I take your kids from you. This is the same process we've gone through ever since we met them. We've been separating our marriages. We've been separating because he sets the facts. He comes in, he breaks up our home with his rhetoric. And at some point, our people have to sit down and stop just opening books and closing their eyes and praying, because I don't know where you got it from. There's nowhere in the book you ever read where nobody said they closed their eyes to pray. Nowhere, you never read it. You're fictionalizing in your mind. I can show you the book where he said, lift up his eyes to Shamu'al, and he prayed. There's nowhere in the writing you'll ever find nobody said they closed their eyes to pray. There was a writing years ago I read. I was on the other side then, and he had it on the wall. And it said, when we met them, we had the land, they had the Bibles. It said they taught us how to pray with our eyes closed. They said when we opened our eyes, we had the Bible, they had the land. Seriously, that's what I remember reading that. And he had it right on the wall, and I walked in, I see it. I was like, wow, that's amazing. But at the time, I still prayed with my eyes closed, because that's what they taught me. They taught me your eyes open, you're a heathen. I mean, then you felt that way. If your eyes were open, you pray, you was a sinner. Right. You weren't even honest. If you open your eyes, you'll see their eyes open. Right. That's the sad part. They taught you to close your eyes so you can't see what they're doing. And again, this ain't about hating white people. It's about hating your position. And it's about changing it. How many times we come home, we beat the old lady up, we go out and we get drunk, we get on crack because we're mad at the system. Instead of stop operating the system that don't work for you. When something don't favor you, why you keep doing it? When we were kids, when you playing a game and somebody keep cheating, you say, I don't want to play no more. Yeah. Hey, man, why you playing? You cheating. Yeah. How we can figure that as kids and you stop playing, yet you keep playing a game that you've been playing for almost 500 years and it keep cheating and you still playing it. What sense does it make? Yeah. You still have to bow your head. You still got to get them more respect than you'll ever receive back. And you have the power. You outnumber these people. That's the sad part. It ain't like you the few in number. You outnumber your oppressor. And yet you still allow these people to beat you. There's nowhere where they'll ever let this color face rule.
Shut your mouth.
You go to South Africa, it's in disarray. You go to Kenya, disarray. Anywhere where we're in disarray, they're either going to be dealing with poverty, they're going to be dealing with disease, they're going to be dealing with hunger and starvation, they're going to deal with extreme heat. White people are going to prevail. Ukraine doing better than any African country.
That's right.
Ukraine is doing better. You don't have an African country doing better than Ukraine. You getting billions from us every week.
That's right.
We getting you millions and billions. You got to remember, we're only one country.
Yep.
See, even white people, they travel. Listen, in their worst situation, they'll do better than you in your best. You see that? Everybody want to run. Sudan is in a mess. Everywhere in Africa, in Akibalon is in a mess. Yeah, white people want to run and bail them out.
Nope.
You know how it would help them if they had $500 billion and had weapons?
Yes, sir.
Well, they do send weapons to Akibalon. I'm sorry. That's how the natives get them. Ask yourself, how can a people starve and have all these bullets and guns?
That's right.
Because they're imported in. See, they don't just starve them, they give them the tools to kill themselves, just like us. It's nowhere in the project. What pawn stores are in the projects? So where could they possibly get all these guns from? They import your death in, from the piss poor food, to the weapons, to the drugs, to the television, and to the music. At some point, you got to stop listening to these people.
Right.
I couldn't imagine, and I blame the women. I'll blame you women, and you can take it. The fact that you go to these concerts and you sing here, and the man tells you you're a whore.
Yeah.
You're a B.
Yeah.
I piss on you.
Yeah.
I doodle in your mouth, and you'll buy a ticket from this man and let him insult you.
Yeah.
That's all, you're a B.
It's true, man.
And you sit here in the concert and you on the stage dropping your boot on the ground like it's mopping glow.
That's right.
The women ought to walk out. I don't get it. You think I'm gonna walk into a concert and a man go, yeah, all the niggas faggots. Who are you talking to?
Right.
We finna shut that concert down.
That's right.
I'm like, hey, we're not playing that. We're not playing. I'm telling you, the women is as intelligent as you are. You do some of the dumbest stuff. I was talking on the show last night. This is a woman comeback. I call her a woman, hey, you a B. Guess what she gonna tell me? Your mama. Listen, kudos to you. I insult you, you kill another woman. That's how bright you are.
Yeah.
Y'all know what's your comeback? Man call you a B. If it's an insult, why would you insult his mother?
That's right.
Why his mama get drugged? Instead of you defending yourself, you drag another woman and pull her down.
Yeah.
They don't like that.
Yeah.
See, you get it, they're real intelligent. You see, you really don't think before you speak. You're too reactionary.
Yeah.
You don't think, why I'm gonna pull another woman down? Man, call me a punk. A woman call me a punk. Your dad a punk. It don't even cross my mind. Her dad don't have nothing to do with this. I'm defending my position on why I'm not a punk. Your dad ain't got nothing to do with this.
Right.
But for them, it's easy for them to tear another woman down there and tell us on how we need to do and how we need to treat them. Not to mention, these guys out here today, I mean, they just piss poor. They terrible.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, they're coming from single parent homes, raised by men.
That's right.
And where are you guys coming from? Single parent home being raised by men. Wow. Doing a great job killing us. They're doing a great job killing us. So I don't say that to put you out of the game. I want you to kind of put you into play and realize, where you need to be and how you let society push you to fight us. And they've done the same thing to us. So we're not totally 100% innocent. Please don't think I'm saying that you are our fault. You know what I'm saying? It's the fact that he's divided us to that point till we hadn't learned how to work together. I was talking to some of the Akeem last night, and I was explaining them on how it's not hard to see you. I see people differently than some people might see them. I see people from an animalistic type position. I was explaining them about our women today. I can see you in almost every creature we got. I can see you as Ariel, who they'll call a lioness, Ariel, from the fact, how she'll go and she'll bear her kids and she'll keep them and then she'll bring them back and integrate them in, and how she'll put herself out to defend. I also look at how did she get herself in a position to have those kids as well. She will manipulate Ari, the male. She will seduce him through sex. And she will bring him in because she needs him. And in order to keep him there, she'll get kids by him. That makes him a permanent provider. I can see you. I can see you in every creature. I can see you in the penguin. How you'll go and you'll lay the egg and then you'll leave it on the man and you'll run off and you'll come back and you'll want to know where your baby at. It ain't every one of you. You'll do it. You've done a lot of things that nobody ever addressed you on to pull your coattail and pull you back down and try to show you where you're at. I can see you in the hyena. You know what the hyena do? She's the leader of her clan and she held males in it. There's never a time a woman ever need to rule over men. We're in a piss poor society when a man is being ruled over. When he made Adam in the garden, he made him ruler.
Yeah.
He made him ruler. I don't agree. I'll never give mine 50% of nothing. We're not doing it. You'll never get 50% rule. It'll never happen. I'll take all that rule. I'll let you use some, but I can't ever give you half. That'll never happen. But for whatever reason is, guys feel like it's okay. I think it's because you're weak.
Yeah.
I think you I think you just lack your ability. And you need to get in position of where you lead. You don't ask a woman to lead. A man delegated carry himself in a way where it's a given. You know I'm leading.
That's right.
I ain't never follow. I ain't got to stand and tell you, I ain't gonna never follow. Y'all hear me? I get a ticket, I don't run around here because I let the police know I couldn't let her lead me.
Yeah.
I'm glad to take that ticket. He said, man, you were wide open. I said, because I couldn't let her lead me. It looked bad. But see, today, men don't have a problem. I just sat back, I lay back, let her do her thing. She can't do no thing. I got the thing.
That's right. That's right. Right.
All thing ain't got to be from the man.
That's right.
She can't do no thing. Hello?
That's right.
That'd be like homosexual. So things you just got to kind of put into play and let them say. You want to know how you relate and correlate with the hyena? Think about it. Our kids out here today and they're killing one another. They're coming out of their homes and they're killing one another in their homes. You know, a hyena, what she would do, she will put her pups inside of a hole and let them kill themselves. The one that come out, that's the one she'll keep. What's wrong with a woman's mind or with the mind that you'll leave your kids to decide who's going to be in charge, who's going to rule, and you'll let them go in a hole and kill themselves? Now, you might say that don't relate to you, but look in these society, look in these projects. Do these projects house men as home rulers? These are women that live in these projects, that run these projects. These are women with kids that allow these kids to come out in the street and they're killing themselves. They join these gangs and using drugs. These are not men in these homes running them. They allow these kids to grow up to think they're men. So we got to train our kids to come back and recover. We're losing our kids. We can't do nothing with them. They done took the belt out of our hand. They took the belt and the switch from us. They took any kind of correction that comes from the mouth. Then she'll come along and she'll knuckle down the man. Look at the hyena. The man is smaller than the woman. In the hyena clan, he's smaller because she knuckle him down. She bites him and henpecks him. I couldn't be a hyena.
Yeah.
I'll break it up.
Yeah.
It's over with today.
Yep.
They be like, why that hyena got a bat? I said, I'm finna go see her. It's been going to, she ain't biting me no more. So I ain't never seen a hyena with a bat. It stopped today. Isn't that right? I'm Batman. Isn't that right? That's it, ain't it? So you can just see where we have to change how we operate, the man and the woman. We have to change how we are. And it all starts, first of all, if we don't have a consensus on our spirituality, we're not going to fix nothing. There's a pecking order that he put here in life. If you can try to take and you let these books and movies get you, oh, I don't want to be on nobody. Oh, it's psychologically damning. Psychologically, you messed up already because you can't follow a simple order that he gave us. This is an order he set from the beginning. This ain't an order man came up with on his own. That's different if we decided we came up with it. This was already set when he put us here.
Yeah.
That the head of the woman is the man. And that the head of the man is the Mashiach, which is Yahushua, the anointed one.
Yes, sir.
And the head of the Mashiach is Elohim,
Right.
who is the supreme ruler.
Yes, right.
So the pecking order already been set. There's never been a time that kids need to rule over the parents.
That's right.
We do that now. That the kids get us and knuckle us down and punk us out and make us change what we had. Henry Grady wouldn't take him. He said something, that got it. And you don't ask no more, end it. That's how you do it. See, I came from the old. You ask again, you get slapped in your mouth.
That's right.
They tell you one time. I remember a man tell, he said, I don't like repeat myself. I knew what that meant. I said, what that mean? That mean he just repeated, said, I'm finna get slapped. They just let you know. When they said no, I gave my dad had a key. Said, I said no. Now I ain't gonna keep telling you. You think Henry Grady gonna take? I ain't gonna keep telling you. Man, you finna go to the hospital. That's if you're lucky. Ain't that right? You should be going to the morgue. Because that's where we at now. We got it now where everybody now we got to sit down and we got to have discussions with our kids and try to rationalize and try to get them to understand. Henry, I understood everything he said. I'm Henry Grady. I'm born Henry Grady. I'll bust your snot knot. I said, got it. We ain't got to have this discussion no more. That's what he said. He said, I'll bust your, he said, just as sure as I'm born Henry Grady. I said, man, mighty proud of that name. Because he put everything on just to show what he was born. I said, it must mean a lot to him, too. That man ready to bust my nose, bust my head, based off his name. So, when Yahuwah came along and started to tell us, which his name means the existing one, how important his name is, and he put death on the end of it, I said, just as sure as he born Henry Grady. Ain't that right? Ain't that right? I understand it early. But today in society, we just in a bad situation. And I tell people of color, just being honest, we lazy. It ain't white people fault, we lazy. We need to reconcile with our Elohim. We don't need to march and do nothing. If we don't have no spirituality, what we gonna do with anything else we got? We saw what we've done before. That's why we're here. You think about that's how terrible people we are, that he has allowed us to go into captivity this long. How terrible, now don't look at white people. How terrible are we? And then look at what we're still doing today. We terrible. We are terrible people. And nobody tell us that. We pay people to tell us, I ought to piss on every one of y'all in your face. Do it. You're like, are you serious? What happened to our women the reason they comfortable with a man pissing on them? Man make a video, he just gonna piss all on you. Women talking about eating defecation, feces. This has never came up in a conversation. Can I eat your feces? What's happened to us? We have low-graded ourselves so bad to there are no morals. They have stripped us of any morals, any value. We have no value. It was such stuff. You didn't say no black woman. You get slapped in your face. I was in elementary, you get in that pocketbook. Everyone had a pocketbook. Elementary, I always feel before they had a pocketbook. They wind that thing up. Here come that pocketbook. She slapping you. Listen, who remember that? They had a pocketbook. You run your mouth, call her, here come that pocketbook. Yeah, they changed. They were fad back there with them little patent out of shoes. Socks come all the way to the knee. Had them ribbons on the end of their head. Yeah. It's swinging that pocket, but they coming for you now. So when they pee, you don't call. They tell you call them home, you getting slapped. Any of that stuff, you knew certain stuff you didn't say and do. Now you greet her with, hey, ho. And she don't have no problem. She just give you the digits. We're just in a bad situation. And then if you could look at the animal kingdom, what he gives them is different than what he give us. They might say, well, why the hyena? First of all, he ain't gave no hyena no rule over no whole dominion, over no planet. He gave it to us. What you trying to be a hyena for? Everybody stick with their roles. Everybody do what we supposed to do. That works in the animal kingdom, what he got them doing. That don't work for us.
That's right.
Y'all got it?
Sure.
Think about it. You look at a snake. A snake is one of the only few animals that come out with no training. Instinctively, it comes out to kill. Y'all know the first thing a snake does when it come out of the it automatically comes out of the egg and it hides itself and it sets back for prey. Immediately. It don't go to a class, a school. It don't know about a mother, father. When it comes out from the egg, the first thing instinctively do, it looks for somewhere to hide for cover and it looks for prey. That's instinctive. You know it's dangerous that we operate like snakes. Nobody trained us to do it. We just naturally destructive and killers to one another. That's men and women. That's scary. Because you got to ask yourself, what's been going on inside that egg? The fact you broke out, nobody told you nothing, and you knew how to come out, look for cover, and you sat back and you waited on for something smaller than you so you could attack it. Something that's unsuspecting, something that's unknowingly, and you will take the life from it. That's us. Look at our kids. They sit around at gas stations waiting to kill somebody to take their car. Waiting to rob some old lady to take her purse. Y'all don't think we sick people? We sick. Nobody told us that. We need to be diagnosed so we can get cures. We can't get cured because nobody never properly diagnosed us. Tell us what our real problem is. Our spirituality is so important. That's why you want to look at the people that are doing the stuff you see because they're spiritless. When you don't have your spirituality intact, you'll do anything. Why you think a woman to eat doo-doo? How many of y'all don't went to the bathroom and smell so bad you run back out? You can't even go in. How many of y'all have almost thrown up? Let me ask you a question. So Where you at in life? I ain't ask you to answer these people. Where are you in life when a man can defecate in your mouth? Where are you? That's sick. That a man has a conversation about defecate in your mouth? You eating this stuff, calling it candy? Where y'all think we at? We in a sick place. We're in a sick place. And you around here trying to offer folk bubble gum? No, you need to spray air fresh in their mouth. And you need air fresh. You ain't doo-doo. You know about man, no gum finna cover up no doo-doo. Man, please. But y'all know what? This is where we at. Now, this is what we have to do. Now we got to come back and we got to teach them. We got to teach our young people what's the proper way. What's the proper way for them to greet one another? What's the proper way, how to react, how to act, everything. We got to teach them how to react as well as how to act. So if I go spit at him, want to speak back to me. Oh, effing nigga. No, that's where he at. Keep moving. This called conflict.
Right.
This called, he might have someone in his mind. Right. So we got to teach him how to act as well as how to react.
Right.
Because the reaction is what's wound up killing. It's killing us. Yeah. This reaction thing is killing. And it ain't just one race. It's every race that's doing it. It's just the fact that when you're looking at a race that you're a part of and you look at how destructive it is, I wouldn't be nowhere with a whole bunch of y'all nowhere. I know it's going to be shoot. We getting killed. And it's sad. It didn't used to be that way. When you get killed on a block party, years ago, you know how a block party would you block one end of the street, the other, and everybody party. Unheard of. People getting killed at a block party. Everybody live over here. Why? Because I'm tell you what happened too. They've infiltrated us. Okay? They've infiltrated us by taking some of us, and they've made deals with these people. And then they insert them back into our groups and they make them wreak and cause havoc on us. So that way they can stand back and say, y'all killing each other. It don't make sense. Yeah. It don't make sense. When I was young, we went to party. Yeah, we when I say we got, and that caused them guys were ugly too. We went to fight. If you look worth something, you're going to get a girl. Yeah. Ain't nobody ugly nigga coming and fight. I don't want to fight, you said. Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Ain't nobody pretty one, man. You don't get that face scratched up. The other one, they ain't got nothing to lose. They just want to fight. They wake up, man, just start punching the pillow. Head bulge, they got knots in it. They don't want to, because they mad because nobody want them. So they want to mess up pretty folk time. I'm telling you, why? Go look at this stuff. It's ugly folk. If we can get away where we can lock up all the ugly people, crime will stop immediately. We got to get them, or we got to get them some pretty mask so they'll feel better. And we got to stop telling them they're ugly. You got to say, woo, you something to look at. That way we ain't lying. Now, how they tell you, you got to say it, right? You say, woo, you was something to look at. And then, that really all right. You're like, woo, I don't want to look all the pretty off for you. And then turn, you know what I'm saying? That way they be thinking, we don't look at it. They're like, because I'm so pretty, they don't want to look it off me. Do y'all want to stop this crime or what? I'm telling y'all, I know it is ugly people. They talking about who are they going to talk about a description? I don't need no description. I know who it is. Somebody ugly. Go get them. You get one or two good-looking folk commit these crimes. A lot of them, night fighters. You got to pick them out and just start arresting them. Immediately. Don't even give them a chance. But I ain't done that. Say it's just a matter of time. I know your kind. Like Minority Report, you lock them up. Say you going to commit a crime. And you see them going to a party, you stop and say, listen, where you going? I'm going to go to this party. I'm going to the club. You ugly. Come on, get in this car. Now, you know what you going to You don't get in and get mad because somebody don't want you. I met this ugly woman. She wanted to fight me in the club. She got me in that club. Listen, there's a whole nother voice when I seen her. That thing had that voice on that phone, and she was talking. Oh, she talked. Boy, was nice, too. She said, yeah. And I should have called on when she called over the wrong number. She called for a guy named Stan. I said, hey, Stan. I was like, hey, she said, what's your name? I said, okay, I'm talking. Yeah. I'm like, okay, they're talking. She said, yeah. She said, she had a class. I said, yeah, I was in the bed. I was like, I'm not finna go out in no club. She said, yeah. She said, well, if you come out there, I'll be out there. She said, I'm gonna have one of these black stirrup pants. She said, I got them legs like that wrapped around your back. And I said, okay. I hung that phone lady. I said, go see. I put on a sweater, I popped out there, I was out there, club. I popped out, just sitting around there looking. I seen a couple when I looked, I said, she like, I don't know, I'm like, So I seen some guys, I know they're not drunk, seen them guys. Man, what's that talk? Yeah. I said, man, I was looking for the girl she been out here. I said, she said she had these long legs. I said, I ain't seen her. I said, one more out there. I said, but that ain't her. She was down there, got mad. Listen, they needed a room. So I'm sitting here, I was talking, I had to stop talking to him. That nigga went straight out on that damn floor and stopped me. He said, hey, he was on the phone talking to the guy. So he right over here. Man, she came and she said, I said, well, I'm not trying to figure out what she done. She said, oh, you don't know about it? I said, listen, I'm trying to like calm. She like, I'm just trying to, but she get it. I said, oh, chill. I said, calm down. She don't get behind this, get whoa. I said, little booger. You gotta get some tissue. Go flash. Now you need to pull you. Go flash. Whoa, see, I should have known. Somebody call you, they got the wrong number. Nobody getting the wrong number by accident. Just go ahead. But see, I had to pay for. I had got a guy like that one time. I went to McDonald's, big old girl. She had broke her arm. She big old girl. I want extra food. I said, her name was Nick. I said, what's your name? I said, Nick. She's like, Nick. I said, let me get your number. And I said, give you my number. I gave her my number. I gave her my cousin number. I gave it to her. And she loaded that bag up, man. I was gone. I forgot about that stuff. I ran that one day. He said, man, he done popped up. He said, he had the car. He would be clean. But he done popped up that man. He's like, listen, that man was so funny. I had forgot about. I was crying laughing. He said, man, somebody gave up my number. We were running by. I said, man, I don't know, man. People crazy. I ain't it. Man, he done popped up that McDonald's. I was shot on, cleaned this up, popped up. When he seen old girl, but see, we gotta learn how to, the whole thing, let's start the violence. That's the moral of the story. Because I know that they get violent when folks say, like, y'all can't phone sex talk like that. Tell folks where you at when they pick up the phone. That way they know they want to hang up then or just rip the thing out the wall. Because I know I would just snatch the card out the wall. At that point, that phone ain't worth using. So the moral of the story is, how we fix this situation? I'm just saying, we need to do something better, don't we? Shouldn't we be able to live without killing one another? Like I watched where the two Caucasian guys, somebody said white on white crime. Well, one of them shot the other one. You know, it's bad when you arguing with somebody who got a gun, you ain't got no gun. You know what you don't tell nobody? I'm gonna kill you. They got the gun. Some stuff just dumb. You like, I want to apologize because I wasn't in the right frame of mind. I don't have a gun. You have a I'm gonna kill you. I swear. You don't say no stuff like nobody with no gun. Where your mind at? The man done told you, you coming 3 feet of me, I'm gonna kill you. You have a gun. This is what happened. Some people won't kill you, but because you pushed them to their end, you just got yourself shot. Don't, it ain't worth it. It was so easy to go somewhere and be done with it. And when that guy went home and thought about what he said, he wasn't coming back with no gun. He thought he was going to woof his way out of it and wind up getting himself killed. Why am I going to walk up on somebody with a gun? How am I going to win this fight? The gun ain't going to just, they watch too many cartoons where the barrels say, it don't work that way. People do dumb stuff. Y'all young people, don't be stupid. They have a gun. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. It better go home alive. You ain't going to get no brownie point for getting killed running up. Man, shut your mouth. It ain't worth it. Go on the other way. It's a start like that. That whole thing, man, go on the way you going. Be done with that whole thing. Because sometimes you go get a gun and come back, it's bad for you. They're premeditated. You don't walk down. They look at you should have cooled off. Cooler head should have prevailed and said, man, let me move on from that. Be done. Let the police handle it. They handle it. Like he was done. Let them handle it and stay out of it. If you felt like a gun will point, don't try to go get yourself involved trying to fight nobody with no gun. I had another video I seen with 2 white people arguing with their neighbor about getting some snow. Anybody seen that video? Man, they got to cussing each other out about that snow. Dude done walked out in the house. I'm from the street. When somebody go in their house, shut your mouth. Don't beat them when they come back out. They still outside going off in the middle of the street in the snow. Dot, 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 dot. He in the house. Dude don't come back out of the house and go, oh, what you gonna do? Oh, you shoot me? Wow. Listen, move the fuck on. But I'm saying myself, you pretty bad, you gonna fight that gun. Oh, he laid them joker down. Wife and her. But they hollering and screaming that street. He done shot both of them joker and went right back in the house and killed himself. Because he realized they went too far. Everybody went too far. When you don't put yourself so far here, what was he gonna do? He looked at it. Man, I can't go to jail for this. People gonna be looking at me, and now look, 3 people lost their life from stupidity by shoveling some snow. We ain't went to the house, he should have stayed in the house. They ain't come in your yard, they ain't come in your house. You can talk in the street. We gotta don't let our pride put us in a situation where it wind up putting you so the rest of your life. You in the house, what are you saying in the street? You come in my house, you put your hands on me, then you get all this. But other than that, listen, go ahead and let folks, man, you good, you out there. Don't put your hands on me, don't come in my house. We good. You open that door, you come in, don't come in the grave. Ask my geese, I chase him out the yard. I told him, I said, one of he would come across that water was pretty, he was coming. I stepped behind my car, Joker, look, that Joker said, he just went sideways. I said, I ain't know how to, he was coming like that and way behind like that, Joker, start going side. I like, it's on for life. I told him, I'm Tupac, y'all bigger. Every time you see me, call the cops when you see Tony Pop. Man, I got goose duty everywhere in my yard. I'm so pissed. Try well like my tires. Well, I seen when I put the car on that joker. I'm trying to make it. He beat me. He got across the street. I was coming at that joker. That joker popped that thing. He made that noise. He made it. I said, boy, I was pissed. I had him on the other side of the street for a good while, right? He was listen, I was late. I was waiting on the door. I see he tried to come. He gonna try to walk across the street. I made that gas move. I said, don't do it. He played that thing back there, walked back up in the yard. Then he dropped some dude in there. I said, you just dropped this stuff while you walked out your stop. They just dropped. He just dropping there, walking. And I know he was talking about. I said, I know he ran their mouth. You won't say it in my face though. He gonna try to walk on. He gonna play that down. Walk on, come here. I eat on us some more. He run there. He waiting. Then he stepped out that car. I eat up. I said, don't do it now. He gonna play like, ain't on College Street. Ain't on College Street. He gonna come out there. I just did miss him. Peter, he say, we hope. Isn't that right? Man, I'm sick of them things. Whoa, that's too much doo-doo. What they eating? What they laying turd like this long? What do geese eat? What happened to rabbit pellets? I don't even fertilize my country. I don't need it. I'm sick of it. I'm gonna start a group. We hate geese. Is that discrimination? Gotta hate somebody. How many of y'all need somebody to hate? Get your anger out on. How many of y'all want to be saved? All right, hate Jaheed. That way the geese can be saved. They ain't got nothing else. You just put our hate on them. They ain't got nothing else to do. You ain't gonna hurt nothing. It's a good hate and a bad hate. Okay? Them geese didn't make themselves. All right, so y'all can forget them geese. Isn't that right? All right, we're gonna sign the Kato Sarah so we can move forward. Appreciate it, kind sirs. Whoa. Malcolm, you ought to be ashamed of yourself the way you just blew that thing. He said did it 10 times straight back there was perfect. 11 your bad number. So next time do it 9 times straight. I'm gonna talk with y'all a little bit. At the end of the day, most important thing, and I'm a believer of, anything we're gonna do to better ourselves is gonna have to come from the word. That's right. That's your bottom line. Once we get ourselves aligned with what the premise is, then we know what we need to do. Romans chapter, that's terrible, Romans chapter 15, verse 4. For those watching in, we use a program that's called Byth ShamuAl. This is the name of this program. You can look it up and follow along, or you can watch. It's color coded. So this is the English Up here is the Abari, they're called the Hebrew, and it's color coded so you can see the colors match how you will actually enunciate it in the language. 4 is Kai, what, Asher, so you kind of see how to do it. And then the bottom, you have the Greek. So you can see how the Greeks wrote it, which is the Septuagint. English version here is the Greek. For those that read it, most of them don't, but here you'll find in the English translated into English. So it gives us the opportunity to kind of go back a little more predating James's version. A lot of people I know, we grew up on King James version. What else were they going to give us? Where did they come from? They came from England. King James, who was the first King James of England, who was the King of Scotland, he's the one that gave them the authority to be able to write it. Their writing of that book was not for the reason you think. It was not for the plan of salvation, more than it was for them trying to secure their position. So when you know what people's purpose is, you got to look at what your purpose is. Your purpose is you want to be saved. So you want to be saved, you're trying to get to the purest form of what did he say, or to the exact. That's our goal, to get to exact. Just tell me exactly what he said, word for word. I don't want something like it where he didn't say that I'm going to summarize it. I don't need nobody to summarize it. Tell me exactly what he said. That way we'll have no defects and no error. But today, this is why we have so much divide in all these different religions, because everybody try to summarize what he said. And in their summary, there are a lot of key points missing, or sometimes people added things. It was important that he told Mushah, who they call Moses, that when he sent him down, that he wasn't supposed to add or take away. That means tell me exactly what I said. Unfortunately, today we deal with a lot of error. Our goal is to try to see as much as we can kind of lessen the margin of error, right? All right, this is Romans 15:4. This way, and we start here for what reason? Foundation. A lot of times people just open up the book and just start reading things. If you don't have a premise for what you're doing, you'll be all over the place. You got approximately 66 books that they giving you. Of course, there's more than that. You got other books that they don't have, they couldn't find, they misplaced, they took out, because it would definitely be a problem for them. You got books that taught you how to fight. They got these Bruce Lee books. Everybody, you had a book that taught you how to fight. We had the book of Yashar'AL. He told them, hey, when Dawood saw the Malak, who they call, which is an emperor. They have kings. We had emperors. It's called Malak, which is an emperor. The emperor, Shaul, who they call Saul when he died, Dawood, he bade him. He asked him to teach the Benim of Yashar'AL how to fight. He told them how to use the bow. He told him it was written in the book of Yashar'AL. Now, you don't have that book. He took it from you. Why would he want you to have a book that taught you how to fight when he came in to fight against you and take you into captivity? That's a book you'll never get again. You'll have people come up and tell you they got the book somewhere else and everything else. Books that were essential to you, that came along and gave you clarity about different things, he took it away from you. Why wouldn't he? See, this King James version that they gave you also have a Negro version called the Negro Bible. That's the book that they gave you, and they gave me in the West Indies because they fought against the oppressors. So they looked at when they gave them back the book, even though it was transgender, they took certain things out because you didn't want them fighting. You didn't want them hating. A lot of stuff they taught you, think about it. When you came into the knowledge of Christianity, Christianity was about what? Love, forgiveness. Who are you supposed to love? Your enemies. Yeah. Think about it. If he had been a friend to you, there was no reason you had to worry about hating, loving an enemy, because he was your friend anyway. Who don't love a friend?
That's right.
So he made sure he impressed upon you to do what? Love your enemies. Do good to them that do evil to you. So he shouldn't be in the case if he was doing you right, should he? He shouldn't be the person you should have to love. It would be automatically loving if he weren't your enemy.
Right.
But see, he made sure he impressed these things upon you and made you feel bad when you didn't do it, because that's what kept you subservient to him. He needed a book to teach him how to love people who ain't done nothing to him. Yeah. That's what's sad. Why he don't have a book to teach him how to love people who ain't did nothing to him? He don't want to know. Just like we don't want to know the truth about ourselves, they don't want to know the truth about how they've done things. And they wrote in the Bible and put it in a way to make them feel good about what they've done. And it's sad. At some point, conviction has to come in for all of us. So we start here in Romans 15:4 because we need to have a basis for what we're doing. When you start to go through and read what they call the Bible, first called the Sefer, which is scrolls or books. When you read through the Sefer, you need to know what you're doing. And first thing we need to do is we need to lay a foundation. We need a purpose for why we're doing certain things or why we use certain writings. So I always like to start with Romans 15:4 so I have a basis for what I'm doing. I need to know, because a lot of times you go back and you say, well, that was back then. I'm not worried about that stuff. That's forgotten. We need to move on to newer things now, but we need to have a foundation so we know what we're doing. So Romans 15:4. Excuse me. Listen.
For whatever Nikatab before.
Nikatab was written. So Nikatab means whatever was written. Nikatab before.
Nikatab Talamed
Was written to show us, to teach us, and to instruct us. That's the purpose of why you have it. So it can show you, so you can be educated on it, and you can be instructed. See, a lot of stuff they told us, school taught us that you have show and tell. Y'all remember that? Where you will bring something to school and they just leave it at, no, they say, get up and tell us about it.
That's right.
So the whole purpose of your writings were for show and tell. So you can see it and somebody can get up and tell you about it. So you will have knowledge. The word knowledge for us will be da'af, which will mean knowledge, okay? This is information. This is what we're trying to achieve. Information so we know how we are to halak, which is how to walk. Y'all got it? All right, this gives us our skill set. Come on.
So that through endurance.
So going through without quitting, patience.
And through the nakum.
So that's it. So when you find people that quit because they didn't properly know how to use the sefer.
That's right.
That's why I couldn't quit. See, the whole purpose of him doing this, for me seeing it, showing it to me and telling me about it, so I don't quit.
That's right.
People quit because they haven't you don't know how to use it.
That's right.
That's why people quit. You don't know how to use it. It wasn't dispersed to you properly. All right, or you want a good recipient of it when you got it. So the whole purpose of it was to make sure I wouldn't quit, because there are some situation issues you go through. It will make you quit, especially with religion. Religion is complicated. Religion is argumentative. Religion, they make up religions just like they changing draws for people that regularly change. There's some people that don't change draw regular, so they consistent. Y'all got what I'm saying? Ain't it right, Hayward? Anyway, so now what we try to do is dispel religion. Let's not get into religion, because that's just going to be a practice of how you do things. We're trying to look at what did he designate and what he said. If you watch every culture has a deity. Okay, the Hindus, from the Chinese people and people that's of that nature, they're called Asian. They're not Asians. For whatever reason they call them Asian, they don't. We would be more or less Asians, but that's another trick. Where I think the word they actually have is called asawa. And what that word means, it doesn't mean your eyes slant and you can be blindfolded with a piece of thread. Okay, asawa means where the sun rises. That's what, when the Greeks came to the region where we were originally, this is all a part of Africa. They broke Africa, Akibalam, I'm sorry, I said Africa. They broke Akibalam up. When they broke it up into sections and parts, okay? When they broke it in section and part, they started moving people around. So now it looks crazy when you walk around, you say you Asian. Somebody go just walk up and say, yeah, I'm Asian. Watch them bust out laughing. Right. Because it's a joke. Because they've been trained a certain way and they haven't been trained according to knowledge. All it means is where the sun rises. Kadim, that's the east. That means Kadim means front. That's what it means. That's where the sun rises. That's why when the Greeks came over and they saw us, their real name was Hellenese. They were actually called Hellenesian before they were ever called Greeks. That's why people say, you know what, these folks give you pure hell, because it comes from the Greek. It's not a bad word. It's shorted. They were called Hellenese. That's what their names were. They were the Hellenese people, okay? So when the Hellenese came over and saw it and they realized that the sun rises, they called it Asawa, which meant for them, that's where the sun rises first. See, that's where it rises at. They see the Shamash before anybody else. And we were in a region. Look at your skin pigmentation. If he saw it at the same time you seen it, he'd be as dark as you were. You sat somewhere where the equator is closer to heat. So everything you have is conducive to where you're from. Your hair, your texture, it makes no sense for you to have straight hair. Your coarse hair works for where you're at. You got to repel heat. You ain't trying to fight no polar bear. Your hair works for your region where it comes. You know, for us, we call good hair when it's straight and you got that stuff slick around by your neck a little bit. When you got that little tiny bite, that means you Indian. If you got it right below your ear, back behind your ear, down, hair where your neck, you Indian. So all these things, that's how we get out and we try to prove ourselves out. Yeah, when we see a coarse knot the hair, the first thing they do, they made it look ugly. Look at it, when they made black dogs, they made them black. And they gave him pink lips and gave him some ugly eyes. Where it made the dog so ugly, you didn't even want it. And you know, they try to say, you look like that dog. So if you don't want that dog, don't you know we don't want you, and you shouldn't want you either. See, they gave you things to make you feel unattractive.
Right.
Versus if you look at the region where you come from, you're most beautiful. In actuality, every race is, and every culture. Everybody don't appeal to everybody, okay?
True.
I'm just saying everybody, but that doesn't mean you're not beautiful in your culture, you know what I'm saying, in your nativity. But you have to understand who you are. They taking you and supplanted you somewhere else. So everywhere where you at, you stick out. So of course you ugly. Everybody going around here, man, listen. I'm telling you, anybody ever held up a blade of rice, one bit, and looked at it before? If a Chinese person did like that, they blind. They can't look past it. Why y'all think they eat it between them sticks? If they ate on a spoon, they'd be blind. They couldn't see nothing. They'll put it out. I'm telling you, that's why I had to use the stick to pick it up. But anyway, that's another story. So everybody and where they at is beautiful when you look at where people at. But when they move you and supplant you somewhere else among people, they put us somewhere where we can be ridiculed. So you've been taken out of your natural estate, your natural habitat, and they put you just like a zoo. Basically, you're like a zoo animal. What do people go to the zoo to do? Observe. They're probably two people. What they go to do? Look at them. You go there because you want to see them do something stupid. Do something you do out there. Come on, what you go to? Who want to go to this? I'm here to observe. No, you want to see them do what they do. If it's a snake, what you want to see a snake do? I want to see you kill something like you do out there. If it's a tiger or lion, I want to see you run and attack something like you do out there. What do you think these people did when they brought you here? You are a zoo animal.
Yep. That's it.
Why you think they put all of us together in the project? Because I want to see you do what you do in Africa, in a Kibalon, kill each other. I want to see you naked. Our women walked around with their tits out. But that's the culture. Nobody raped them. That's just their culture. People understood. That's a woman, she breastfeed, they ain't cover up their breasts. So that's how they were. When white man first came, he saw you. That's why they refer to you more as a gorilla. Because the quote unquote black woman, I call it because you're not black, but that's what they call you. Well, her tits with weight, they just hung down. They say you like a gorilla. White women had bras, they had nothing to go in them. Everything they had, they were fiction. That being honest, they did. It was all fiction. They had metal bras. If you look at their dresses, they had the metals up under there, and they had the bow on the back, had to make like they had a booty. They got the little padded bras now. So a lot of things they saw about you, they started to mimic and they started to recreate. But then they made you feel bad about yourself. So you want to cut your tit off. You want to slim down your big booty. You need to suck out that meat out of your lips. And she go get it and she stick it in her booty and in her lips and in her titties. So now you look like sheetrock. And she like the bows in the rock. Ain't that right? She like the rock of Gibraltar.
Right.
Ain't that right?
Yeah.
You look like sheetrock now. But I'm just saying, this is how we kind of look at our situation. So I don't want you to be ashamed of who he made you. I just want you to understand how you were set in the region where you come from. Because a lot of times people give you a lot of misinformation. So people came along. This is why we talked about the Enduim and Exodum. Because the Enduim, which is end, that's how you really got your name. We named ourselves. See, when we came into slavery, remember, when they took us into slavery, they didn't let us name our kids. When we named our kids, like my daddy's name was Henry. He was named after his cousin. His cousin was named after some slave master. That's how we got our name. We couldn't be named after the tribe we came from. So you start looking at these are exonym. These are names you got after you were moved out of your region. So now if I source back Henry, Henry's not going to take me back to Kibalon. Henry's going to take me to England. See, all this was, everything they did to you was to keep you away. Now, this is something you can get mad about and start marching and tell, but I tell you, there's a bigger detriment than that name, okay? Because he said when he come back, he's going to give you a new name, which is a new Shem. So I went where I had later, she asked me in faith the other day, she said, what's your Hebrew name? I said, what? I said, Tony. She said, what? No, what's your name? I said, Tony. She said, you ain't got a name? I said, Tony. She said, but you can have Tony. Like, what problem you got? That name ain't doing you no good, sweetie. It's about what you're living. See, we had a lot, those names, how we originally got our names were based upon other people that came in our families that we saw as great people. And a lot of times what people don't realize, what we do differently than what our culture actually did, nobody names a baby as soon as it come out.
That's right.
Nobody. See, even with Yahushua, he didn't get his name until 8 days after. You didn't name him until after. First of all, you were just born. I give you some great name, and then you come out and you're a piss ant. And I'll name you Glorious something. Glorious something that can hold in urine. That's to be your name. And every time they see you just pissing down your leg because I done moved too fast. So typically, I'm just telling you, they push you as soon as it come out the womb to come up with a name. It doesn't make sense because they wanted to see you, giving them a few days to deal with you to give them an idea. Now you look at Yahushua, who they call Jesus, which is not his Abari name. So we won't get into the ground pig stuff. All that's a lie. So just expel that. His Jesus meaning ground pig. I apologize. People tell you I had to do some look. There's no Latin words Jesus for ground pig. Okay. People have told us a lot of stuff to really throw us off. It is dangerous to knowingly sit up and just tell people something wrong. It's just dangerous. But anyway, he was given that name because it was already foreordained for him. The Malachim, the messengers of Elohim had already told her what to name. So you should name him Yahushua because he was going to save his people from their kataim, from their sin. That's why his name Yahushua is so important, because he did exactly what his name was. So his name was already foreordained for the fact of what he was born to do. Typically, you waited by the 8th day is when you came present them and you gave them their name. Here, as soon as the head come out, we got a name for the baby, get him. Isn't that right? They named the baby Big John, and the baby ain't but 1 foot tall the whole life. Everybody laughing at Big John. She got to slow down. Slow down, look at the baby first. And I named the baby something called Sight and the baby cross-eyed. Just stop, just let the baby get out here and let's see and work from now. I'm just saying, that's how things were done. Culturally, that's how we did it. We didn't do what a lot of people do now. They more or less forced us, and we just kind of got forced into a way of doing things because the master wanted it, and the master couldn't wait. He wanted to hurry up and do something then. So now we're trying to go back and fix a lot of wrongs we did. Now, fixing won't work with protests. That's why none of these marches will ever work. That's why none of these protests will ever work, because the first problem we got is with our Creator. It's not with white people. See, we've been fighting it wrong. We done fought white people how many times? How many times we fought again? When they killed King, Rodney King, how many times? So one of these times should have worked, because it's not going to work because our problem is not with them. Our problem is with our Creator. We refuse to hold to some things he's given us. So now we're trying to go back and look at, first of all, how we were given about it. They said, open it up and just read and pray. They said, son, you just got to pray. They said, pray. I said, pray. I pray, get through. I still don't know, but then you're afraid to say something because then you look stupid. Right. Because somebody look at you serious, son, pray. Then you say, okay, then you pray. I ain't got no answer. But you can't say that because then you say, you know what? You ain't going to be saved. I remember a preacher one time, he told me years ago, the preacher was around there, he was getting everybody the Holy Ghost. So he was passing that thing out that they were rolling. He said, folks getting the Holy Ghost, and he said he couldn't get it. He said the preacher had got some water, said, come and told him, said, stick your hand in that water. Said, stick your hand in that water, told him, pray. He was praying, he got it. He said, you feel it? You feel it? He said, no. He said, you ain't gonna be saved. Put the water up. He said, that thing like to kill him. Yeah, he put the water, he said, you ain't gonna be saved. See, because this is what hurt us. Honestly, we have been so comprised with or so built up with following the masses when you really don't know. Y'all know how many times people sit in church, you just pull one on, said, tell me what he just said. You know, see, that word was for me. See, this is what's dangerous when everybody hearing something different. When one thing said, there's no way everybody should be hearing something different. That's dangerous in itself. It's dangerous that everybody heard something different when the same word was spoken to everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's dangerous. I said, Dave, go out of here. When you got to turn left. Somebody said, man, see, that's Dave's word. My word was go straight. In other words, mine was be still and know. When I say it today and I tell everybody, do what I told Dave, and everybody say he heard something different, that's scary. That's scary that he's giving all these different messages to everybody. So where's the togetherness? Where's the unity at? It makes no sense. But they've convinced us that this is some new form of spirituality, that every time speaking, it's a word for you, a word for you, a word. No, that same one word that touched every one of us, we're all in different situations. But we understand the basic codes of what he's trying to get us to do. Now, everybody's in different situations, but the word is the same. It makes no sense that everybody's hearing a different word. We'll look at that, see how that works. How about that? Come on, finish this up. Come on. Did we finish through patience?
And through the Nakum.
See, so consolation. So this is what you got to remember, which makes sense. Remember one thing. Get out of mind, you first of all, you spirit. You're not spirit. That's stupid. If you see somebody walk up there and say they're a spirit, slap piss out of them. That way you'll find out for sure. So you shouldn't have felt that you're a spirit. Now, hold on. I would say you're a man. So I was trying to Rich said, listen, so you might have thought I enjoyed that. That would have helped you. Because you didn't even know what you were. My wife folks tell so many lies. I'm tired. Listen, man had a gunshot. He told me he was a new creature. I said, that's a gun. He said, that ain't that. He's something new. The man almost convinced me. He said, that ain't that. He's something new. Listen, he was 100% believing. I said, this nigga, he'll kill somebody. Because his eyes were lit. His teeth had full of grit. I said, this man will kill somebody. Because I'm looking, I know he said, because the hand on it, he said, it ain't there no more. He said he was in Christ, he was a new creature, old thing. He said, I'm new. He said, it's not there no more. I said, I left it alone. At the third time, he was honest he could be. Looked through his eye, I seen some tree back there. I said, he good. His head empty. He heard something and he didn't understand. This when he talks about if any man being the Mashiach, the anointed one, he's a new creature. Now, what happened with changing the information? See, everything you do is based off of operation. Okay? That operation has been set. When you get this information, there's a new setting now. We changed the settings. You don't operate that way. That's how all things become new, because you don't operate the way to destruction. See, the way to destruction are the way that go contrary to what he tell you to do. Yeah. See, the way that leads to Kai, which is life, is doing the things he told you. That's how all things are new. Now all things are of Elohim. Because now you're doing what he told you to do versus doing things contrary. That's the transformation, not your physical form. That makes no, but see, how many of y'all heard people get wrapped up and they get, when I see people carry 3 and 4 Bibles, I know you're sick. I told myself, man, I ain't got time to serve about make me carry no 3, 4 books. Them things heavy. I ain't carry no books in school. He know that. He know I'm dyslexic. Well, I'm doing all them books. So we're like, stop it. Get one thing right before you start moving all over the place. They'll compile this stuff to make them get and have about 4 or 5 notebooks. This is my notebook for this and my notebook for this. You got too much going on. It's just too much going on. Listen, the man has a consistent way about him, okay? The stuff that people try to get you now, this is to make themselves look a certain way in front of people. Y'all got it. You can't worry about worry about how people look at you to a sense, but when it comes down to the operation of your ruachne, which is spirituality, we need to look at the creator. Y'all got it? Man had to learn how to get himself back in unison with his creator, not with each other. We'll never fix nothing. Whatever man you got gonna stay divided until we fix what we need with him. That's right. We don't need to try to go to no white folk, try to make white folk do nothing till we make ourselves do what we're supposed to do by our creator. That's right. Because it ain't gonna work. That's right. Where Black Wall Street? Where's that? Burnt down. New Orleans. New Orleans was actually one of the first places that had black governor, black mayor, black police chief at the end of slavery. And guess what? Where they at now? They the white folk. See that? Until you get right by your credit, you're gonna continue to be plundered. You're gonna continue to go backwards. So that's why it's important for us to understand the book and let's find out what happened with us with him. We know what happened with us and white people. Let's fix what we got with him and let him fix the rest of it. That's right. Okay? So come on, finish this up. And through the Nakum of the Ketubim. Which is the comfort, because he know, in order to keep me from fainting and quitting, I'm going to need to know that there's some comfort. Something's going to happen. I don't need to be serving. Listen, I'm not sitting here serving off no, I'm going to get everything when I die. That's crazy. Who else in here doing? Who go to work? Well, when you go to your job, don't let them pay you. Get your when you go to heaven. You need your paycheck when? I need mine before I clock in. All right. Now you tell me I'm going to go to job, go to work and work, don't take no pay because all my stuff in heaven. What you getting paid for? They don't tell me. You know who teach you stuff like that? People who already got there, they're trying to seduce you. Don't you know this man rewards? He rewards here. It's what? That's not your eternal, but the man I need something to make me hold on. Listen, when I was in the street, you engaged with a woman, what's she gonna want? Or what? What that rain? What that rain mean? That means you gonna do what you say you gonna do. I'm keeping this mother in punted.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that right? That's everybody going for. So basically, we're in an engagement. I don't get nothing now. See, they sell you that story. Your slave master sold that. Nobody else go for that but you. Nobody, don't be stupid. That makes no sense. Even he's telling you, so when I'm reading, he's telling me, son, don't faint. I'm saying, but I want to faint. I'm tired. I can't do it no more. He said, son, keep your eye on the prize.
Yeah.
Keep your eye. I give you comfort in the midst of this.
Right.
Y'all got it. And where's that at, son?
Ketubim.
In the writings. That's why I keep going back to the writings. So what was written aforetime, it was written so I can learn it, so I can see it, so I can process it, so I can do it. And it's also written so I don't quit. And what's going to keep me from quitting? Son, look at the prize. I give you consolation. I give you comfort in the midst of what you're going through. What's going to make me hold on to? I'm going to wait on everything till he get back here? That makes sense? How'd you buy that story? Because somebody told it to you. You couldn't think. Whole bunch of room of people that don't know what they're doing. Of course you're going to buy it. Because you say, well, I don't want to get up and look stupid. Everybody else doing it. You ain't going to believe it. Everybody's stupid. Because nobody told us the truth. People never told the truth. Listen, you go through any one of them churches, pull them people, you'll find out none of those people believe the same thing.
Right.
Everybody hearing something different. Listen, everybody, they say, I'm on my journey. What journey could you possibly be on that we not on and we hearing the same thing, we doing the same thing? When you find everybody in the book was on their journey, going different ways, it don't even make sense. And yet today, this is the mindset we got. Do you. You can't do you when you hearing the word. That's the purpose of the transformation. Doing you is what got you here. Because you hit too many stumbling blocks. You got tired of fighting. You got tired of repeating. You got tired of being behind. You got tired of the feelings you had. So why would you keep doing you? Don't make sense. He said, and that's going to cause us to have Tikva, a cord. Need something to attach, something to hold on. Let's see something right quick. See if that's the 10th, 11th. See if that's the 10th chapter right quick, the book of Be Ra Shyth. They call it Genesis. Ba. Is that the heat on? They just turn on up here by me then. It's a little tiny. We ain't gonna make no ice cubes yet. But just in case. See that 10 and 1. We looking again at the importance of I guess the diversity of all these different speaking, all these different things that's operational, all these things that operate. Let's see how they should operate. How about that? Let's see. Listen.
Now these are the Tuledah of Shem, Ham, and Yafet.
See, Shem is his name. That's his name actually means name. Let's tell you about the Tuledah, which are all the people that came out from. Give me 11 and 1.
Yes, sir.
So this is when unashamed man started to multiply and come out from the three that were here. Nuach, his 3 sons, who they call Noah. His name is Nuach. So then after he came out, his 3, Benim, his son, they came out, everybody more or less dispensed out from them. So we're going to look at when man started to dispense out from them, how we started out. How about that? Listen.
Now the whole Arats was the one language.
Y'all hear what he's saying?
Dabarim.
See that? Everybody was doing their own thing. He said everybody was speaking the same thing. So people act like it's impossible for people to do it now. Let's see what happened.
It came about.
It came about.
Journey from the Kadim that they found.
You said that why everybody was on their journey? On their own journey?
It came about as they journeyed from the Kadim.
See that? And they started to move from the front. So now you can see what man was. Look, when man was speaking the same thing, man was in the front. That's what Kadim means. It means east. Kadim refers to the Ruach, the wind, spirit. And it also refers to being in the front. So look, when was man in the front? When they was speaking the same thing. Because he said it. He clearly told you there was a one language. So man was speaking the same thing. So man was in the front. Now man gotten away from being in the front. He told you before, you the head, now you the tail.
Right.
You don't even know where you at.
Right.
Listen.
And they found a plain in the Arats of Shinar and settled there.
See that? What happened?
And each one said to his Rayah,
What did he say to his
Come.
companion, his neighbor? What did he say?
come, let us make bricks and burn them thoroughly. And it was the brick to them for stone,
Yeah.
and it was the asphalt to them for mortar. They said, Come, let us build for ourselves a city and a tower with its top in the Shamayim, and let us make for ourselves a Shem. Otherwise, we shall be scattered abroad over the Pani of the whole Arats.
You ain't gonna believe it. Y'all see that? They started looking at what they need to do to keep themselves together. He was already together. See, we'll start letting other people's fears and phobias come in, and it'll cause us to start to do something already contrary to what he already established for us. Now, it sounds like a good plan. They were concerned about them being dispersed and put everywhere, so they need to build them a place that they can have for themselves, a place they could set up, and something that could denote them, that can reference back to them. Something they can say, this is ours, and this is how we find ourselves. This is how we reference ourselves. Let's see what happened.
Yahuwah came down to see the city.
The existing one came down to see the city.
And the tower which the Bani of Adam had built.
What happened? Which the sons of Adam had built. So he goes back to the first man. These are his sons. You know why he refers to them to as Adam? Because this ain't the first time I had a guy to get out and start doing his own thing. Let me come down. Last time I came back one time before, you ain't gonna believe it. He was doing his own thing. Man sitting around with leaves wrapped around his body for clothes. So here I come down here, I'm looking at this. What could they have possibly done? Let me see. Who kids are these? Adam's kids. Adam's kids. Let's see what they're doing. He probably pleased with it. Go ahead.
Yahuwah said, Behold, they are one arm.
They're one people.
And they all have the same language.
And they all speak the same thing.
And this is what they began to do.
And this is what they started doing.
And now nothing shall be restrained from them, all which they have imagined to do.
So nothing can be kept from them what they plan on doing.
Come, let us go down, and there confuse their language.
So that, and confuse their language.
So that they shall not understand one another's speech.
Y'all see that? So that they will not bean. The word is bean. I think it would spell like B-I-N-E, bean, which would be understand. He wanted them not, so they wouldn't understand one another. He confused the language. Listen.
So Yahuwah scattered them abroad from there over the Pani of the whole Arats. They stopped building the city.
See, you see what happened? You're not going to believe this. This is called English, what he's reading. English. This was not the original writing in which he stated this. The reason why you need to pay attention is too many people handled this before you got it.
Correct.
Guess what happened? Which means in order for them to translate, that means I have to understand what you said.
Come on, that's right.
And when I understood that when you guys all understand one another and you all say the same thing, you can't be stopped.
That's right.
You guys can mess around and you could build corporations.
That's right.
You guys can build your own infrastructure.
That's right.
You guys can come impregnable. So what you think your oppressor did? Come on for a minute. So you just kind of walk by me and talk to him. Tell me about, I'll just say a lot of here. Tell me how we could get together, we could build something, we could do something, be something.
We get together and build something and do something, you know what I'm saying?
Nigga, you talking crazy. Nigga, get away from me. See that? They done confound our speech.
Right.
That nigga talking crazy. Talking about getting together, talking about business. Some nigga lose my number. That don't happen in real life, though, does it?
Yes, it does.
I don't want to hear that junk, nigga. Talking that stupid junk to me, nigga. Nigga, I'm trying to grind, nigga.
Yeah.
See what happened? The man came to me talking plain as ever. But now they done confused us. The nigga talking crazy. Nigga talking about getting together. Nigga talking about building no bank and getting no bank. Nigga, shut up talking that crazy junk, nigga. See that? Can't imagine that happening, can you? That's how you know the book ain't real, because stuff like that don't happen for real, do it?
It does.
When somebody tell you something make perfectly good sense on bettering yourself, you automatically say something stupid. Because your enemy has read your book.
Yeah.
He just didn't translate your book, he transgendered your book. And he made sure you stayed divided.
Yeah.
By neighborhood, by zip codes, by economic status. That's how they learn how to confound it. To make sure you'll never be a, you know how many people we got of color now got money and never had money? I'm talking, we had $100, we had $100 niggas. $1,000. We have millionaires. We have billionaires that are our color, and we still don't own nothing.
That's right.
That's scary.
That's right.
We don't own that. We don't own none of no real name. What do we own? Black. That's what we got a real name. We don't own no Google.
Mm-mm.
We don't own no Amazon.
Nope.
We don't own no YouTube.
Nope.
No Twitter. I'm just saying, look at what they own. They own Walmart. They own Target. What do we own that's equivalent? Crack babies.
Yeah.
Because they learn how to come and do what they read your book. If you confound their languages, you take some and you'll send them over here and send them to a predominantly white school and change their robe, and then they come back over here. The rest of the kids be like, man, get up here talking stupid. You talk like white people. You sound like a white kid. Nigga. That's how they divide us. This ain't about white people. It's about looking at people read your book and they understand it better than you do. You saw those people gonna build their own city? And they're gonna try to tell you like, man, got this technology in mind. How do these people know what to use?
That's right.
How do they know? They didn't take stone. They said we can make stones ourselves.
That's right.
We know how to make the glue to hold it together.
That's right.
And we don't y'all know what, look, let me tell you what they don't do. You know, with all this white construction, y'all don't know these white folks ain't built no pyramids.
Nope.
Do you know that they say they don't have one piece of equipment that can move one of those stones? Mm-hmm. One of those stones, those blocks that said they don't have one piece of equipment can move one. And they cannot figure how we perfectly built those buildings.
That's right.
Why they ain't building pyramids over here today?
Don't know how.
They don't have the equipment. They don't have the technology. And they're going to try to tell you how primitive man was. You were better builders. They can't recreate what you've done. They've taken what you had. They've used it. Everything you got. Now white folk, they're better than you. One man came out of who they had Vanilla Ice. Hammer can split, get up, spin around, jump down the ground, damn one leg. They just go best dance ever here.
That's right.
Better than Michael Jackson. Look, one dance he had. Hammer all over the floor. Let's get it started. Hammer every tearing that thing up. Man had one day he the best dancer ever now. Him and Elvis Presley. Elvis Presley pissed on his leg. I'm pissed on his leg. Best dancer ever. James Brown couldn't touch him. Man, stand still, full of cocaine, shaking his leg. Get up, wipe himself and throw it in the audience. Man, the best dancer ever. It's scary. It's scary, the stuff they show you and give you, and people so illiterate. I'm talking about in life. So, and looking at it, we just see the situation that's occurred and what's happened to us, how people have divided. And see, the reason why we read this book is called Be Ra Shyth. That means in the height of beginning. This means when it started. Genesis is a Greek word. Be Ra Shyth means in the height of beginning. This means in the start. So he's telling you already, when people see you come together, don't you know they're gonna come and divide you by your speech? They're gonna divide you into different classes, and this is gonna break you up. This is what broken us up. Listen, you talk stupid to white people. You know why people are poor? Ask me why the people are poor.
Why?
Because they want to be poor. How many people, y'all remember kids when they were in school? I want to be poor. Who says this stupid stuff? People that's been educated by the oppressors to make you not have empathy and sympathy for your people. A lot of people are victims. Yeah. They know when they undereducate you, they know when they give you certain foods, it's going to put you in a derision. And it's going to hinder you and distract you from progressing. A lot of these kids don't progress. They don't see that future. Right. What do they see positive on TV that look like them? Martin. How y'all doing? Martin. What was that car he drove? Yeah, right, that nigga didn't have no car, did he? Friends all bone. What cold work? They talking about tummy work. Where cold work at? He clean airplane. Did y'all see him clean the airplane? Another liar. He borrowed money from Big Shirley. See, they need to see things operate. Kids need to see things. They need to see things. Don't y'all know? Let me tell you, our people, see how they get you with teaching. Teaching just handing somebody a book and have them recite. Teaching is showing and instructing and telling. That's the difference. When you teach, the word for us is lamed. It means to show, to teach. That's what they got teaching from to learn. It's to show as well as instructing on how to do it. You have to be shown how to do certain things. When Mushah, who they call Moses, when he came up and he saw the burning bush, when he talked to Yahuwah, the existing one, Yahuwah showed him. That's how he knew what to go. He didn't just walk out to, I'm thinking. No, I showed you. It makes no sense for you going if you don't know. I need to show you how to go in, how all these different functionalities work. We just assume we tell you something, you got it. He said, I showed you. Why would he say, see that you do all things after pattern that you saw in the heart, which is in the mouth. I showed you. People don't look at it. He never talked about just setting them out. They had to know what they were doing. Why are we sending people out that's not skilled?
Right, that's right.
You set them up for failure.
Yeah.
I told you one time, that don't work. We got to show. That's the problem. That's what hurt us. Nobody's taking time out to really try to show us so we can become productive. When you're productive, you can start producing things, cause things to happen. Y'all got what I'm saying? Right now, we got nothing can happen because we don't know. Nobody showed it to us. Hello? See, I'm concerned about us, and I'm concerned about us to the fact that we need to consider these different things and how these things happen for us. It's favor. We need to be in this situation because we were chosen. We was elected for this situation. You need to understand. Let's see something. Sit at the 27th chapter of the book of Be Ra Shyth. They call it Genesis. Ooh. Let's see if we can hold on. Get tight. Things happen. Y'all seen that Kalina yesterday the other day? Man, that thing that was right. Y'all need to be looking at Kalina. Watch that, I empty all that little stuff out. I'm gonna go back again. Some of y'all need to go. Mike, you need to go. Well, I see a whole pig go there to that right side, lady. Mike, I don't know, they got no tube in there to handle what you gonna put in that on. Y'all think they got a tube now for that man? That tube ain't that big around. That man got a whole cow foot up in there. That thing clogged that pipe up, man, they gonna shut that little place down. Y'all all right? Y'all scared of Kalani?
Sure.
Y'all need to go get y'all a Let me tell you something. This true. Because, see, we need to learn about our health, too. Let me tell you what, with all that food we eat now, right? All of it's toxic.
All of it.
And the water.
Yeah.
You need to periodically go and you need to do a colonic. You can do the, what's the other one y'all take periodically? Colon cleanser, good. That's a slower breakdown. But you need to get toxic. Yeah, this is what y'all remember. Just like certain things you have to filter out of your life. Like if you stop drinking, do you still hang around people drinking? No. Why not? So to go back. So you had to filtrate certain things out of your life. And just like every food you eat, I don't care if they call it organic. This is the problem you have with organic. Organic still allows for a certain amount of spray.
Thanks.
Everybody keep thinking they find something. Stop following when you see organic, okay? Organic does not mean it ain't sprayed. The federal government has ruled that you can put a certain amount of pesticide, other chemicals, and still meet the criteria for them as organic, which means the foods you eat, although you excrete some and expel some through feces, there's still some that's left in your body.
Yes.
Or the attributes of it, right? So you're not getting the real benefit of a lot of foods because a lot of these foods are not grown properly. On top of that, you got the chemicals of these foods. So these chemicals stay in your body. So you got to figure, if your system is running like this, what's happening when it's got some reacting, so it can't run the cycle. It can't run a cycle because something is going, then something throws it back, then it go. And you want, I don't know, it's like, I don't know, I don't feel right. And you go to the doctor, they can't tell you what's going on because I tell you that, you'll start eating food. So I give you some medicines that'll go along with everything that's throwing you off. And tell you it's going to put you back on, you're going to need another medicine to go with this medicine. So they constantly breaking us down. Y'all need to get yourself cleaned out, every one of us. Because it's stuff that stays in your body, no chemicals stay in your body, and it causes a reaction because it's not normal. Your body runs a certain cycle. That's how it's designed, how you put it up. People aren't just dying for no reason. All these people, what was all that cancer years ago? Never seen so many, I ain't never seen so many people schizophrenic. I've never seen in my life, when I grew up, I never seen about schizophrenic. When we call a person a retard, they thought they were doing some dumb stuff. You really didn't have people with all these different diagnoses like you have today. It's because they're putting stuff in the food and in the water. Everybody talking about Flint, Michigan. Hey, y'all looked up what's going on with the water you drinking?
That's right.
Flint, Michigan, these were test pilots.
That's right.
All the water, listen, the whole United States, I want you to read, all the water bad. All of the water bad.
That's right.
Everyone's like, man, they tried to kill them niggas in Flint, Michigan. They killed them niggas right here. We're talking stupid. That's why it's important for us to get back to our spirituality, our rottenness. Because we need to get back to, don't you know, listen, why you looking at all these players? These players were used before in Mizraim, where he poisoned the water. Sure. Now, why did he poison the water? Because he was trying to give the people, he wanted it to be a benefit. He was trying to kill our bad people.
That's right.
So why you think he let them poison the water today? They had hell, they had all these different mudslides, they had all these things happen to them. Why all this happened to these people? And we hadn't looked at, why is all the same thing we see coming back on us? Sure. Disease and pestilence, kids dying. Guess what happened in Mizraim?
Disease and pestilence.
Kids were dying. This new now. You know this new now? Oh, Lordy Jesus, kids are dying. This ain't new. It's because he looked at you gotten away. They didn't know him. Look at the 5th chapter right quick of the book of Be Ra Shyth. I'm sorry, Alah. Let me get this first. Look at this. Let's see, there's 27. 27, 26. Oh, what you got? 26. What's the last verse? 28 come to my mind. 28, 26. Same book, Be Ra Shyth. Remember in the height beginning, in the start? All right, listen.
Then Abimelech came to him from Gerar with his advisor, Akuzath, and Phakol, the commander of his Saboth.
Of his army. Saboth is his army.
Yashar'AL said to them, why have you come to me, since you hate me and have sent me away from you?
That's tight. Let's see that. He want to know why they came unto him, since you hate me. And since you sent me away from you. Anybody know how he was getting sent away? Hey, who don't know what happened, how he got sent away? He was sitting on some wells that his Abba had built. Everyone that come to it, you don't believe what they told. It was theirs. It was the wells that Abraham had built. They took them from him. That's how they do it. He had them. Abraham built them, but they came and they took it, sent them away. Now then they came to him. Let's see what they're going to do with it.
They said, we see plainly that Yahuwah has been with you.
You see that? We've been taken from you, and we see the man been with you. See, you be thinking, folks don't see you. People see y'all. Y'all think y'all just got these covers on. Y'all, people miss y'all. They ain't missing nothing. They don't miss nothing. Me and Faye was somewhere, and then she said, I see your T-seats. We just looked at each other, looked like something. She said, I see him. I looked, I had this. She said, I see yours too. Oh, yeah, she knew some stuff. She knew some stuff. People watch. You'll think people don't pay attention to you. People watch. People see you. They're not crazy. People look to see a different. These people saw too, and they decided to pick on you. You saw what they saw. The more we do to you, we see you still get a benefit. So, they picked up. Elohim is with you. That's why he want to know, why you coming to me? What you come around me for? Because he told, we see clearly that the man with you. Let's see what they want to do.
So we said, let there now be a Saboth between us.
A Saboth?
I'm sorry, a Shabbat.
A Shabbat. They want to make a Berith, which a covenant with you.
Between us, even between you and us, and let us make a Berith with you.
So then we're gonna make a covenant with you. Well, sharp. They want to vow a vow with them, or vow a covenant with them. Come on.
That you shall do us no harm, just as we have not touched you. I'm sorry, just as we have not touched, and as you have not done to you only to.
Ooh, that sounds terrible.
Oh man,
that sounds terrible. That you shall do us no harm, just that we have not touched.
And as you have done to you,
Yeah, it's bad. To you, only good. They trying to say they only did good to him and have sent you away in
Shalom.
and that's not true. Let's back it up and see. Probably go to about 23. Let's see. That starts now. Listen.
Then he went up from there to Beersheba. Yahuwah appeared to him in the same Layla and said, I am the all of your Abba, Abraham. Do not Yara, for I am with you.
See that? He told him, don't fear because I'm with you. Go ahead.
I shall barak
Why y'all
you.
think he told him not to fear? Because he was fear. He knew he was going. What you going to do when you see people come against you? You going to fear too. So he was giving him what? Nakum. What he trying to tell you? He told him, don't fear. I'm with you. I let him know I'm the Elohim of Abraham. Abraham is your father. I'm the same one, and I'm with you. Don't fear. So he referred back to Abraham because of why? Abraham had been in a situation with these same people where they took his wife. And he threatened, Elohim threatened to kill everybody in the city if that man's wife got touched. Not just by the man that touched him. Everybody in the city was going to die if he touched that man's wife. So the reason why he would have told him not to fear, I'm the Elohim of Abraham, because he had to know, what did you do for him? What that mean for me? I'm the Elohim of Abraham. And your point, unless I know that he defended Abraham, that he had to come back and give that man back his wife. That's why he could tell him, don't fear, that I'm the all of Abraham.
That's right.
That's the Nakum. He needed consolation. What was he going to do? When he feared, what was he going to do? What was he going to do when he feared? That's tight. Okay. He was going to quit. Why wouldn't he quit? That's why you just read. That's why I told you needed a foundation before you read. Whatever was Nikatab written the fourth time was written for what? That we through what? Meaning doing what? He was going to quit. That's why he told him, don't fear. I am the all of Abraham. I defended Abraham. And I'm going to defend you too. Listen.
I shall barak you and multiply your descendants.
Barak means I'm going to bestow a benefit upon you. That's what you want to know. It's going to be a benefit what I'm going to do for you. So now when I hear that, that means I'm going through something, but it's going to be a benefit to me. Reason why we quit, we don't see the end of it. See, they got you going through, this man ain't, this what they had you believing. People in the Bible, they just used to believe. They just go, that ain't common sense. You people just start doing stuff. No, this man had to hear something. This man, you can't be, them folks were built, but them folks were built just like you. They were scared. That man did just like any other man. I'm scared. These folks coming at me. This ain't my place. This ain't my nativity. I'm not from here. These people gonna take my wife. These people gonna kill me. He told the man, don't fear. And he got him consolation by telling him, I am the all. I am the Elohim of Abraham, your father. Elohim means, you know what? I am the mighty one. If I tell you I'm the mighty one, number two ain't got nothing. I wouldn't be fearing about no 3 and no 4 and no 10 and no 20. Because I told y'all, I am the mighty one. You got it? I'm not worried about it. Now, who number two? If I was you, I wouldn't worry about it. Because I told you, I am the mighty one. Listen.
I shall barak you and multiply your descendants.
See that? I'm gonna bestow a benefit upon you. Not on you, on your descendant. Know that which is your tutor dog, the people come out from you. Come on.
For the sake of my abad.
You see that? He told you why. For this reason. He said because of his sake. So what did Yashar'AL do to get this? Nothing. Nothing. That this man was going to defend him. I'm going to do this because of Abraham and for his sake. I told Abraham and his seed what I was going to do. I was going to multiply his seed. I don't want you to fear when you see this stuff come on you because these people outnumber you. Because of Abraham, I'm going to keep my word, what I said. That whenever I pull out, y'all out hear me saying, according to the Baruch, you shall do who? Abraham, Yashar'AL, and Yaakov. That's what he just told. I'm going to make a Baruch with you now.
That's right.
I made one with Abraham.
That's right.
Because Abraham was the father. Now I'm going to make one with the son. Listen.
So he built an altar there and carved upon the Shem of Yahuwah.
So he called upon the Shem of Yahuwah. He called on the name of Yahuwah, the existing one. Come on.
And pitched his tent there, and there Yashar'AL.
Pitch means he erect and fixed it firm. That's what pitch means. It means to erect and fix it firm. You don't just anybody can throw something up. That's not what he did. He erected it and he fixed it firm. When you find that new ark, when they say he went and he built the top of the ark, it'll tell you, I think, Harun, Taba, new ark. When he built the ark, when he built the Taba, it'll tell you that he pitched it within and without, which means he erected it and he fixed it firm. That makes a difference. Sometimes people throw stuff up. He didn't just throw it up. He fixed it where it was firm, that where it'll stay. That's how we know about amunah, stability. Making sure it's firm. That's how we know we build. We lay what? A foundation. See, all this is how you construct. Even when it comes down to your faith, your amunah, you got to know how to construct it. You need a foundation. Then when you start to erect it, it needs to be pitched. That means you erect it and you fix it firm. Y'all got it? That's the difference now. Throw some of it just come down. It's nothing. Come on.
And there Yashar'AL Abadim dug a well.
So we said his servants, they dug him a well. What happened?
Then Abimelech came to him from Gerar with his advisor Akuzath and Phakol, the commander of his Sabaoth.
Of his army.
Yashar'AL said to them,
What did he say?
why have you come to me, since you hate me and have sent me away from you?
We didn't go far enough. But before, when he was getting the well, they took him. He fixed that one. That's what they come. Now they're going to come be your friend. Come on.
They said, we see plainly that Yahuwah has been with you. So we said, let there now be an oath between us.
You see how they knew Yahuwah with him? Because he kept sticking his hand. See, nigga, you thought I was by myself, didn't you, nigga? You see now, nigga. Try something now, nigga. That's what we do. You keep trying to prove yourself out to people. They came, your enemies, even their enemies testified. We see the man is with you.
Right.
You ain't got to prove nothing to nobody else trying to run other folks trying to prove nothing. His own enemies came. He want to know what y'all here for. They said, we can see the man with you.
That's right.
We ain't stupid. We see he with you. We done did everything we can to throw you off, and we can see the man with you.
That's right.
Come on.
Even between you and us, and let us make a berith with you.
Yes.
That you shall do us no harm, just as we have not touched and have done to you only two, and have shalak you away in shalom.
Listen,
you are now.
And now we sent you away. Now they're going to say we sent you away in peace because they're scared. Go ahead.
You are now the Barak of Yahuwah.
See that? You the one that Yahuwah done Barak. Listen.
Then he made them a muhad, and they ate and drank.
Come on.
In the morning, they cum early and sworn each to his ak. Then Yashar'AL sent them away, and they departed from him in shalom.
Come on.
Now it came about on that yom that Yashar'AL Abadim came in and told him about the well which they had dug, and said to him, we have found Ma'im.
Come on.
So he kara it Shabbat. Therefore, the shem of the city is Beersheba to this yom. When Asu was 40 years old, he took an Ashah Yaudith, the Bath of Bari, the Kittite, and Basemath, the Bath of Alon, the Kittite. And they became, and they become a grief of mine to Yashar'AL and to Rechab. That's the last verse.
That's the last verse. 27, 26. See 26 and 1. All right.
Now there was a famine in the Arabs, besides the previous famine.
We should go down to their birth, because we missed that birth. I thought it was down toward the end. What verse I need? 19? 13? What verse I need? Should have went down to the birth of Yashar'AL and Asu. Because 26 said when his eyes got dim, didn't it? 27?
Yeah, that was 27.
That was 27 verse. So 26 should have gave us that birth. 26. Let me see 14. Oh, this sentence is showing. Well, well, some more. Won't be 25. Would it be 25? Get a birth of them? Okay, 25. I apologize. 25. Well, okay, 25, 20. All right, come on.
And Yashar'AL was 40 years old when he took Rechab, the Bath of Bathal, the Aramean of Andaram, Padan Aram.
Y'all know that's what we were. We were Armenian. See, all these identities they took from me. Y'all see these people, y'all see these folks like Kim Kardashian, all these people, they done took your identity. See, you don't know what you were. When our people came out of the book of Alah Shamuth, Alah Dabarim, they told them that we were Armenian. We testified to that. Over in Syria, all those regions come over together. So they lapped over and they divided and cut up land, so now you don't know where you from. See, all those lands got cut up, and just like people argue about where Abraham from, they'll tell you he's from Turkey. Abraham is not from Turkey. They just took land. People broke it up. He's been from over in the Syrian region. That's why they tell you they're Armenian. They're not Turkish. These people not. Don't listen to these people. These people just make up stuff and they go and they just play, set, cut land, rename stuff. If you would have went to Sinai, what they call Mount Sinai, they'll show you it's in Mizraim, it's in Egypt now. Because y'all don't know that Saudi Arabia sold it to them. That's how bad they hate you. It make no sense that Mount Sinai, that Musa went up and they came down and he taught them was in Mizraim and they left Mizraim. Makes no sense. Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that those people over in there, what they call Israel, are the people that sold them, that got them to sell them their land? Just so you look like a stupid fool. When you went back there and you went to Mount Sinai and found out you was in a region that you were still in Mizraim, you would look at that book and say, this makes no sense. How could they have possibly left Mizraim and came and stood at the foothill of Sinai and it's in Mizraim? Because Israel is responsible for selling it back over to them. They got Arabia to say you were in Saudi. Listen, the people in Saudi Arabia, they did not get there to the 1900s. Most of you don't even know it. They're not originally from now. Al Saud, who is the original, they only got there in the 1900s, early 1900s. So when you see these people, y'all naturally think, these people from here, these folks been here all their life because you ignorant. Nobody never taught us that. These people are newcomers. They're descendants of Al Saud. These folks have fooled us the whole time. When you came out and we came and we sat at the foothill of Mount Sinai, they call it, we were in Arabia. That's where it's at, in Arabia. Israel brokered the deal to sell it back to Mizraim so you would look confused when you came back there and said, we came here, we went out of Mizraim, and you look, you said, this in Egypt. How could we, this don't make, so they never went anywhere. That's how they make you look stupid. Because the averages ain't gonna read. They know they're gonna leave you condensed to a King James version that's not gonna tell you enough. You're not going to research. When you research, you're going to get another Bible that's going to be connected to King James that's going to keep you in the same place. You have to go outside these people and look at, first of all, when did this stuff get started? How did you come up with this? Can we look at where Mount Sinai at? I want you to let Google tell them. And we're gonna listen now. Now we're gonna listen to where. Let's find out where it said. I want you to find out where it's at today. I'm gonna let you read, and you tell me how smart. You tell me how much intelligence you got. You gonna give me the 3rd chapter? Oh, listen. They got so much. Oh, look where we at. Mount Sinai. Look at. All this here, called the Mountain of Moses, Mountain of Horror. See all that? Hebrew, Har Sinai. Look at where they come put you at here? Egypt. Y'all see what this at? Y'all, first off, that's not even the proper name. The proper name of the place is called Mitzrayim. Egyptians don't call themselves Egyptian. You call them from the song, Egyptian lover. That's a song. They call themselves Mitzrites because they know they're from Mitzrayim. That's the name of their father. The lands were always named after the son. The father named the land after his son. It's called Mitzrayim. Now, you clearly see Google telling you, when you read here, where's it telling you that it's at? Y'all see that? Can you see that? Yes. Well, let's read. Let's see what the book says. How about, see that the 3rd chapter? Let's see the 3rd chapter, Alah Shamuth. That book that they call Exodus, which means these were the names. These are the names. 3rd chapter. How about the 7th verse? Let's see. Matter of fact, do this. Let's do 3 and 1. Matter of fact, do 3 and 7. That's what I want. I put B Ra Shyth. And this is important for the reason you just need to know what you're doing. Alah Shamuth 3 and 7. Now they'll tell you that this book Exodus means leaving. Probably do. You know what I said? Man, I'm finna Exodus from your. How many of y'all told that? Y'all see that sound up? It said Exodus. That's the exit. They make a fool out of you. The name of the book is called Alah Shamuth. It means, and these were the names. The reason why it's important, because he names out the fathers, Abraham, Yashar'AL, Yaakov, and he gave us his name. So that's why it lets us know these are the names. But they told you the book called Exodus. They ain't leave at one time. All the other stuff have, don't worry about nothing else. Just know they left. Let's see what he told them. This 3 and 7, listen.
Yahuwah said, I have surely seen the affliction
Listen what he said. I have surely seen the affliction
of my arm.
On my back. Give me 5.
Yes, sir.
Let's see. Listen, verse 5.
Then he said, do not come near here. Remove your sandals from.
Well, let's stop. Let's go back a little further. Come on, go. Matter of fact, go on to 1. Go on to 1. Let's see. Let's come on. Listen.
Now Musha was pasturing the flock of Jethro, his father-in-law.
Yes.
The Kahan of Midian.
That means he was a Ra'ah. That's what a shepherd is, a Ra'ah. He was shepherd. That's what Moses was. Musha was a Ra'ah. That's what he was doing. He was keeping sheep. That's why Yahuwah put him over his people, because he knew how to keep sheep. Sheep tender. Sheep had to have somebody defend them and lead them. So why you think he just gave the man the job? He knew how to keep sheep. Listen.
And he led the flock behind Bamidbar and came to Koreb.
He left them in the wilderness and did what?
Came to Koreb, to the heart of the Elohim.
Listen.
The Malaki of Yahuwah appeared to him in a blazing fire from the midst of a bush.
Yes.
And he looked, and behold, the bush was burning with fire, yet the bush was not consumed.
Y'all hear that? I want y'all to pay attention to something. What was Musha doing, y'all? What was he doing? Say it louder. He was keeping sheep. Whose sheep was he keeping? His father-in-law's sheep. And he was keeping them at the heart, at the mount. So let's finish this. I'm gonna see how much sense this makes for y'all. Listen.
So Musha said, I must turn aside now and see this marvelous sight, while the bush is not burned up.
Yes.
When Yahuwah saw that he turned aside to look, Elohim called to him from the midst of the bush and said, Musha, Musha. He said, here I am. Then he said, do not come near here. Remove your sandals from your regal.
Come on.
For the Malkum on which you are standing.
The place you stand. The place where your feet are standing is separated. So you got to take your shoes off. This is a sacred place. Come on.
He said also, I am the all of your Abba, the all of Abraham, the all of Yashar'AL,
and
the all of Yaakov.
Now you see why the book is called Alah Shamuth, because these were the names. That's what he's going over. When he talked to Yashar'AL, he told him, I'm the all of Abraham. That was a name. But now he's giving him the names. Come on.
Then Musha hid his pani, for he was afraid to look at the Elohim.
Listen.
Yahuwah said, I have surely seen the affliction of my arm.
Come on.
Who are in Mizraim.
And who are where?
In Mizraim.
Where you at too?
Who are in Mizraim.
Oh, let's see. Maybe I'm confused. Come on.
And have given heed to their sayat.
Y'all see what he saw? He saw the affliction of them that was in Mizraim. What happened?
And have given heed to their sayat from before their taskmasters.
Yes.
For I know their sufferings.
Yes.
So I have come down to deliver them from the hand of the Mizrites.
Come on.
And to bring them up from the Arats to a tube and spacious.
He's going to bring them up out of Mizraim to a spacious place. Come on.
To a Arats flowing with milk and honey.
That's right. It was going to feed them. They're going to be sweet. Come on.
To the Malkum of the Canaanite, the Kittite, the Amorite, the Perizzite, and the Kutite, and the Yebusite.
See that? He's telling the Malkum in the place. He gonna take them to all these people places. Come on.
Now behold, the Sayak of my Bani of Yashar'AL have come to me.
He said, the cry of them have come to me. What happened?
Furthermore, I have seen the oppression with which the Mizrites are oppressing them.
Yes.
Therefore, come now, and I shall shalak you to Pharaoh.
And I'm gonna send you to Pharaoh.
So that you may bring my arm, the Bani of Yashar'AL, out of Mizraim.
Pay attention to what he's saying, because I'm very confused. Because bring out means still in?
No,
because he's saying to bring them out. I'm going to send you to bring them out.
That's right.
Come on.
But Mushah said to Elohim,
Yeah,
who am I that I should go to Pharaoh
come on.
and that I should bring the Bani of Yashar'AL out of Mizraim?
Tell me to bring them out of Mizraim?
Yes, sir.
I'm confused. Come on.
And he said, certainly I shall be with you, and this shall be the odds to you,
This going to be the sign to you
that it is I who have shalak you,
that I'm the one that sent you. This going to be the sign. What is it?
when you have brought the out of Mizraim,
When you bring them in, when you bring them around to the other side of Mizraim,
out of Mizraim.
does out still mean in? I'm confused. Because when you bring them out of Mizraim, what could they possibly going to do?
You shall worship the Elohim at this har.
Hold on for a minute. I'm confused. When they come out of Mizraim, they going to worship him in this place, and that place is in Mizraim?
Can't happen.
I'm confused. That's why you can't be that bright. People cannot be that smart. Y'all hear the man just told y'all? When you bring them up out of Mizraim, they're going to worship me here. And you just read Google, just clearly told y'all it's in Mizraim. That's why I told you people can't be that smart. So that means Musa was in Mizraim. Go to the second chapter of that same book. Give me about verse 11.
Yes, sir.
Let's see what happened. How did he start keeping these sheep? This is the book, same book, Alah Shamuth. They call Exodus, the second chapter in verse 11. Listen.
Now it came about in those Yamin, when Mushah had grown up, that he went out to his Akim and looked on their hard labors.
So that he went down and he saw their hard labor, saw what was happening. What happened?
And he saw a Mizrite Ish striking the Abari.
You see that? He saw one of them hitting one of the Abari. Come on.
So he turned here and there. And when he saw that no Ish was there,
see that he looked both sides and he saw nobody was there. What did he do?
Struck down the Mizrite and hid him in the sand.
And you know why they let, now you know what they saw. This is why they gave you what's called the Negro Bible. The Negro Bible wouldn't show you this. Because think if a black man read this and said that he saw another black man being hurt by the white oppressor and nobody did nothing, according to what he read, what would he have to do? Let's see what Musa did. What did he do?
He hid him in the sand.
Hold on. What did he do before he hid him in the sand?
So he turned here and there. And when he saw that no Ish was there, he struck down the Mizrite and hid him in the sand.
He buried it, killed him and buried him.
That's right.
You think white people gonna let you read this book?
Nope.
How many times we seen a white man beating a slave master? I'm talking about our fathers. And what would ever gonna mean? Instead of sitting right, we said, come on, all of come do something. No, when you read this book, he said when he looked and nobody else did it, he said he did it.
Yep.
Can you afford for black people to jump up and take matters in their own hand? Because they read a book and this is part of their spirituality. That's why they doctored it and gave it back to you. Now, this is in your writing. They would never want you to know this and understand this. They were fearful of you learning something that you took something and you did it yourself and nobody commanded you and told you it was okay for you to do it. He just saw that this ain't right. This shouldn't be happening. And y'all just gonna stand around and nobody gonna do nothing about it? I'm gonna stop it myself.
That's right.
You can't have that.
That's right.
So they gave you the Negro Bible.
That's right.
The Negro Bible only has certain books in it. Go get them little New Testament. On the Old Testament, you get in that little new book they got, you get in the book of Psalms. After that, in New Testament.
That's right.
Humble and pull all the teeth out that alligator. Go pull the teeth out of the alligator and tell him to bite you. Man, you just be laughing, giggling. Lion come on, they ain't got no teeth in their mouth. You like, oh, that's so funny. Make me tickle. You don't do that when you leave teeth in their mouth. That's why you took this book from him. That's why you doctored it. You can't afford for him to think like that. Come on, let's see what happened. Let's finish with that. Now he buried him in the sand. Tell him what happened.
He went on the second Yun, and behold, two Abari Anashim were fighting.
Now he done found two black men, they would call them fighting each other. Two brothers fighting each other. And who he killed? Come on.
And he said to the offender.
What he said? He said to the offender, I'm finna kill you.
Why are you striking your companion?
Look at it. Look at it. Can you believe this? Can they afford for a black man to walk up and see two black men and say, ho, stop. Why are you hitting that man? What wrong? Why y'all should, wait, let's see what he said.
But he said, who made you as a Ish, a Sar, and a Shafet over
They want to know who made him a ruler over them. That's what they want to know. Who made you a ruler over us? They got mad with him. He was trying to stop the two from fighting. Come on.
are you saying to kill me as you killed the Mizraite?
See that? You hear that? Now he talking too much. You know what he said? Nigga been talking.
Mhm.
I ain't tell nobody about it. You heard what he said? Who made you? You don't kill me like you killed that Mizraite. Don't make me tell nobody. This is what he said.
Then Musha was afraid and said, surely the matter has become known.
You know what he said? In our term, nigga been talking. Now he looked at nigga been talking. So what he do?
When Pharaoh Shama of this matter, he tried to kill Musha.
So what Musha do?
But Musha fled from the presence of Pharaoh and settled in the Arats of Midian, and he sat down.
Hold on. He had to settle in the land of Mizraim. He had to settle in the land of Mizraim. Remember, because Sinai is in Egypt. You see how people mess you up? Your book clearly tell you he went to another land. It made no sense to stay somewhere where Pharaoh could get him. Yeah. The only way Pharaoh would get him was to get out of his jurisdiction, which was to get out of Mizraim. Yeah. So it makes no sense that he was still in Mizraim and Yahuwah saying, bring them up out, and we both still in. Right. See, they make you so dumb when you read. Now they come and get you say, oh my, see, I don't know geology like the other people. See, I ain't know I ain't know they were still in Egypt. They dumb you down. That's why you had to have a teacher to show you. Come and say, you see how easy Google put that up there? They could have either typed in, can you please type in when did Sinai get to Egypt so they can see how? How about that? Let's use that same Google. When it became part of Mizraim, or king part of Egypt. What you say, sir?
They lost it in the war.
They lost it in the war. In 1979, Egypt and Israel signed a peace treaty in which Israel agreed to withdraw from the entirety of Sinai Peninsula. Israel subsequently withdrew in several stages, and in 1982, the Israelis pulled out, involved in dismantling almost all Israeli settlements, including the settlement of Yemen in northeastern. So they start moving stuff around, and now you won't know no better.
Yep.
Now they claim they're part of Mizraim. You need to know your history. They ain't even been that long. Had said 1982. Now you go look, you would have known that. Right. So you might say they don't have nothing to do with your alma mater. It does, because when you read, you believe they came out. So if he just told you that they still in, did they ever come out? Right. So guess what this gets you to thinking? Do you really have to leave? You can say you come out and still be in. Right. That's how they beat you every time. See, what don't look like it affects you does affect you. Come out, it doesn't mean what it means if they got to believe in this, because they give it back to you. Now, when you read it, you say you do your search. Google, this is how Google works. Don't hate Google. Google give you just what you need to know. You didn't know what you were looking for, so I wasn't trying to help you find it. If you got more specific about what you're asking, I would have gave you that information, like I just told you to just do, like we just did now, didn't we? But the way it gave it to you, it looked like, oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that was in there. So they was in Mizraim. They was in Egypt. As you call Egypt, the whole time. They weren't. No more than Musha. Well, he escaped from there. That's why I let you read and I gave it to the way I gave it so you can see there's a difference. And you need to know that. When you don't understand that, it makes a difference of your perception. People think these things don't hurt. They don't matter. It does matter. Listen, everybody know your book is right. That's why everybody else created a God. That's why your book is the biggest sold book in the world. They don't sell more books than the Bible. It's the biggest known book because it's not fiction. These folks not stupid. People just got to keep their hands on it. You got to keep a control. See, once people all acknowledge the same creator, it don't matter about the color, the hair texture. It don't matter about any of that. One man made everybody.
Oh, that's right.
One man, it don't make sense to hate nobody. This is why I come into the understanding of to hate one race of people is to hate the man that made them. Yep. It's bad people in every one of these races. Bad white people, rotten black people, stinking Mexicans, stinking rotten Chinese, stinking Indians, stinking everybody stink. Isn't everybody race? But we tend to favor the whole race because of a few bad people. How many of y'all in here bad, rotten people? That's scary. Okay, we can get rid of you. Go put a check on the book. Go put a check. No, I'm saying all of us, how many of y'all know there's some good in you? You ain't gonna believe it. It's some good in other people too. So why he just make you the only good person?
Right.
That don't make sense. See, that's how they program me. I'm the only person good. Everybody in the world right. Does that make sense? When all Yahoo, who they call Elijah, told him he was the only one left, everybody was dead. Yahuwah got angry with him and told him, he said, I got 7,000. You one man talking. He told him, I got 7,000, never bowed their knee, never even kissed the image. How did you come up with it? Don't you know Yahuwah got angry? Because he said, I am the only one left. I'm the only one right. Everybody else right, dead. You are a retard. That makes no sense. He got people reserved to himself. You're not no only person right. When you start thinking like that, you already consciously dead. I ain't never taught. Whoever heard me teach some stuff like that, I'm the only one right. We done never came out of my mouth. I'm the only person. That's retarded. How you come up, you the only person? You just say you all you know. Don't put it on nobody else ain't right. So we try to look at it because we try to consider. Come on back to what I had with them boys. 26, what the 25th chapter, 20th verse, book of Be Ra Shyth. We back to the beginning. Purpose why we're looking at this. Let me tell y'all another reason he picked Musha. Y'all probably didn't pick up why. Y'all remember he told Musha when he caught him up to the heart. Besides, take off his shoes and Kudah, what did he say he did? Who know what he said he seen? What? He seen what? He seen the affliction. You ain't gonna believe it. Musha wound up killing a man because he seen it. Musha seen it. He seen it. He heard his cry. What you think that man was doing? The man was beating on him. Musha seen the affliction of him. They told you he came down and he looked on him. Why would you think he wouldn't pick a man like that? You seen what I seen. That's why I called you up here. You didn't like it when you saw it, and I don't like it either. He picked the man that saw it just like he saw. You didn't like it when you seen it, did you? And Musha showed you. He ain't just say he didn't like it. He said, I killed the man that do it. You don't believe it. Yahuwah looked at when I go down, I'm killing the man that did it in mine. I'm going to do the same thing when I come down. I'm going to kill the man that hurt my people, and I'm going to bury them too. He buried them in the Ma'im, in the water.
Yeah.
He did the same thing.
Yeah.
He killed them and he buried them.
That's right.
You see how it happened? Him and Musha had the same mind.
That's right.
Now, this ain't a message that you killing white people, so don't take that. Because what's going to hurt your feeling, you ain't going to believe it. Mizraim were people of color.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, most of y'all don't know who they are, and I taught you who they are. The Mizraim, the original people, are Nigerians. The Nigerians are the Mizraim. Niggas be so happy. Go and run these black folks. That's your original, the Yoruba. The Yoruba tribe of Nigerians are the original Mizraim. White people moved them and put them in that region. That's not their original region. They moved them and put a lighter skinned people there. So you know what look funny when you go back and holler you was in Egypt? That's interesting that you was in Egypt, because I'm looking at the Egyptian and none of them look like you. See how they displayed you? And moved the original people. The Nigerians are the largest tribe in Akiblam. How many of y'all knew that? Didn't know it. There's no tribe in Mizraim larger than Nigerians. They are the original Mizraites. That's why if y'all pay attention to Nigerians, they're really big on education. Pay attention to them. You watch them. They're going to be very big on education, driving their kid. Mizraim is responsible for your first dentist came out of Mizraim. Dentistry came from Mizraim. A lot of your building, mathematics, they try to get to these Greeks. Mizraim used it. All this stuff these folks tell you, Mizraim had it first. If you watch them, they're really big on education. And they're really good on manipulating people. I don't even do business with them. I tell them flat. They come to me first time. I said, what tribe? I said, you're about it. They said, you're about. I told them, man, I said, I'm going to be on the first. I said, you might be a good one. I said, I tell you what, I'll never find out. I said, I don't do business with you. I tell them flat. I said, I don't do business with you. I done it too many times. You'll never be smart me. I know what you think before you think it. Not interested.
Mm-hmm.
Don't even try to explain. It's your birthright. It doesn't mess you up. I don't put that confidence in you. I'm sure it's a good one out there. I'll never meet them. I'm just not interested. I know how they operate. They're going to swindle you every time. I know it's a good one. Now, don't get me wrong. When you've been burned by, I don't do business with them. I be flat with them. much success in you with somebody else stupid enough to do business with you. I'm not interested. I know how you operate. Listen, my people did business with you for 400 some years. I'm good. 430 years ain't enough. I don't know what you need. Your track record, man, when you can beat a man 430 years, listen, that thing in you deep. Now, I can't hate you, that book. He told I can't hate you. And he said I do no business with you. Like my granddad told me one time, he was sitting there one time, he was sitting there, they said, Granddad, they said, doctor said you can't have no candy. He said, doctor said I couldn't have no candy. He ain't said that about peppermint. Folks so stupid trying to tell my granddad about he can't. My granddad wasn't stupid. He told poor man doctor and say he couldn't have no peppermint.
That's right.
They told he couldn't have no candy. Old people look at that, they'll tell you, peppermint, that's for your breath. They don't know about that. You go to old people, y'all young. When you went to old folk house back then, someone have a spoon. You had them little spoon, them little I hated them men. Yeah. But I was a kid, I eat them. Anything close to candy. I hate butterscotch. Well, old folk they had the worst candy. I'm telling you, but see, back then, before they had butterscotch was the best candy on the block. So we came along, they ain't know about, listen, they ain't get all the good stuff we had. That's how you go to their house, you don't have that peppermint, that cheap peppermint. I'm talking the one ain't no paper. That's you right. Scoop it out, and then they had the other one, no paper, it all stuck together. That's right. Then that criminal can, that stuff hardened up in there, that stuff been up for fire. Y'all remember that criminal, yellow, all that stuff stuck in there to get that green one? That's right. Terrible. Listen, old folk, the worst candy buyers in the world. That's right. If an old person don't bring some candy, say, please don't. Just don't worry, just give me the money. And they come out and give you that nickel, and tell you bring back some change, you like, just go ahead and keep it. You don't know what you're doing. Don't fool with old folk. They'll mess you over now. So come on, finish this up. So this was the cool sister of Laban, the Armenian, to him. That was his wife. So he married his cousin. So you know what you learned? They taught you that cousins were incest. That's not true. He told you that. You couldn't marry your sister. You couldn't marry your aunt. You couldn't marry your mother. You couldn't marry your daddy. You couldn't marry your brother. He never told them they couldn't marry their cousins because these guys married their cousins. Because it was not. Society tell you, now hold on, I ain't telling you to go get your cousin. Leave your cousin alone now. Give her a break now. She need a break. Cuz she just said, please tell give me a break. Leave cuz alone now. Give cuz a break. But see, society say it's not accepted with society, but that is actually not book. Y'all got it. The book actually taught them that they weren't supposed to marry their nearest of kin. That was their brother, their sister, their uncle, their aunt, their mother, and their father. Now, society has a criteria saying you're not supposed to. That's a good thing. You're too close, you don't mess around like that. Now, that shit like 18 cousins, you don't count that high. You can't count that high anyway. Now, you have some 94 cousins around there now. You gonna be careful. Y'all sick. All y'all sick. I like y'all people. You're sick old. Now, listen. Y'all be losing around here. Y'all trying to get me off. Come on. Listen in there, bro. 21. Come on.
Yashar'AL Palal to Yahuwah on behalf.
His name means laugh. Yashar'AL, he Palal, he prayed. Well, they use a different word. Yatah is what they use. We say Palal. Go ahead. To Yahuwah on behalf of his Ish, which is his wife. And what happened? I'm sorry. On behalf of his wife, because she was barren, and Yahuwah was what?
Was entreated for him, and Ribkah, his Asha, conceived.
See that? And he even told the man to dwell with his Ish according to knowledge that his what? That his prayer don't be hindered. So he started telling you this man here, see, he entreated for her. And Yahuwah entreated for him and for her. But he Palal for her, and Yahuwah considered both of them. Because remember, he had told Abraham that all the Gui, all the nation were going to be Baraka through his seed, Yashar'AL. So Yahuwah entreated for him. See, she wasn't going to have no kid. Yahuwah entreated for him. It was because of the berith he shopped to Abraham. That's why he opened her womb. It didn't just because he Palal. Yahuwah looked at what he had already shopped. That's right. I already had vowed something was going to happen. Right. I promised him something was going to happen. I entreated for him. See, a lot of times y'all don't realize stuff that happened for you. You don't realize it be supposed to be entreating for you. Mm-hmm. Well, be Palal for you. Yahuwah, because of the oath he had already shopped. Because he had already shopped to Abraham. How was Yashar'AL going? How was he going to produce all this mass amount of people when this man said his wife couldn't produce no kids? He said, and I got in treat for him. Come on.
But the Benin struggled together in her womb.
See that? The two of them start struggling together in her womb. Come on.
And she said, if it is so, why then am I this way?
See that? Come on.
So she went to inquire of Yahuwah.
Come on.
Yahuwah said to her, 2 Goim are in your womb.
She was trying to figure out why she was in so much pain. He told her why. He said, because you got 2 nations in your stomach. Go ahead.
And 2 arms shall be separated from your body.
You see what he told her? There's going to be 2 people coming out from you. They're going to be they're going to be Badal when they come out. 2 people. They're going to come out. They're going to be 2 different nations, even though they're twins. Come on.
And 1 arm shall be stronger than the other arm.
Yes. One people going to be stronger than the other.
The younger.
And the who?
Older shall serve the younger.
That's what he just told him. He said the older going to serve the younger. Come on.
When her Yamim to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb.
What happened?
Now the first came forth red, all of him like a hairy garment, and they called his Shem Asu.
What they call Esau. His name is Asu. Come on.
Afterward, his Ak came forth with his hand holding on to Asu's heel. His Shem was Kara Yaakov.
See that? His name was called Yaakov. And Yaakov name mean heel catcher. So they named him based off that what he did. When he came out, he was holding his brother's leg. So when they seen it, they named him Yaakov. He was a heel catcher. You see that? He caught him by his heel. So I already let him know, I'm dead on you, bro. Make no mistake. We ain't doing that. You come out, I come out 3 weeks later, or 20, 30 minutes. When you come out, I'm right on your heels. He let know, there's 2 Goim, these 2 nations coming out of you, and one going to be stronger than the other one. See, not only did he tell them, the reason why we went back to look at this, he was trying to show them something else. He was trying to show them that I'm going to favor one, and the other one, I'm not going to like them. Basically, I'm going to hate them. See, both these kids, before they were born coming out, neither one of them had done nothing in the womb. Jacob hadn't done nothing to deserve to become Yashar'AL, which means he rules as Elohim. That's what his name became, Yashar'AL, which means he rules as Elohim. Neither one of these kids done it. Asu hadn't done nothing. Like we come up, when we account Asu because he sold his birthright. But when we go back and read the 9th chapter of the book of Romans, it clearly told you that neither one of these kids had done Rosha, which is evil, and neither one of them had done two. They were just in the belly. But Yahuwah had already chosen. I had loved one, the other one I hate him. So what he was trying to teach us? That's right. He was trying to teach us election. He was trying to teach us kaseed. Kaseed is favor. This is something you hadn't earned. This boy hadn't earned nothing. Jacob hadn't earned nothing. I favored him. See, when you start to understand how he gives and delivers you things, you're a little more careful about how you treat people and how you do things. And you're a little more careful in your servitude toward it because you've done nothing to obtain it. It's only because he favored you. He just favored you. He favored one over the other. Neither one of these kids did anything. These kids here in conception, listen, she wound up conceiving. She went to find out when she went to inquire Yahuwah, she wasn't even pregnant yet. That's the thing about it. She wanted to know why she couldn't have kids. She said, I need to seek Yahuwah. And when he told her, you're going to have 2 nations. You got 2 nations in your belly. One nation going to be stronger than the other one. And the elder going to serve the younger. So when she seen them come out and she seen the first one, what she said? Oh, Lordy Jesus, I don't know what's going to happen. She already knew. And when she seen him come out holding his leg, she already knew, you're going to overtake him. You're going to overtake him. And the older going to wind up serving the younger. Hello?
Yes, sir.
For record, that be the same thing that happened with Yehuda and with Yashar'AL. Yashar'AL is the older to us. Yashar'AL got to come back and submit themselves to us. See, Yashar'AL is the firstborn. Y'all got it. I'm just telling you, we broke it into 2. See, this is the problem we got. People don't realize. You can be Yashar'AL and not be Yehuda. You can be that because all of these are matah. Yashar'AL refers to one, the whole covering, but Yashar'AL can be separate. Yehuda broke off. So Yehuda was his first Ahab. Even though Yashar'AL, his elder, he favored us. We did the same very acts that they did. Y'all know that? And he kept us. He dispersed Yashar'AL and sent them out. He said he said Yehuda clave to him. He kept us right there and dispersed them and took them out of their land. See, we kept Jerusalem. They were dispersed out of Shemram, they called Samaria. They were all cast out and put out. Same acts were committed by both of us. We messed up and transgressed the same way Yashar'AL did. And you know what he did? He favored us and dispersed them. See, that's why you got to be careful about boasting and bragging. It's only because of conceit. That's because he favored us. See, he only favored us. That's the only way he got us back, and he favored us. But see, he set them out, so he going to reconcile everybody back, and they're going to come back through Yehuda. See, I'm Yahudy. I'm already covered with Yashar'AL. You can be Yashar'AL and not be Yahudy. Y'all got it?
Yes, sir.
So people have to understand the difference. They be bragging, I'm Yashar'AL. You ain't said nothing new to me. I be Yahudim. He favored us. He dispersed Yashar'AL. Now he's going to recover and bring them back. But Yahuda is going to be his first hook. That's going to be his first look. Let's pick it up and see. Pick up the 12th chapter right quick of Zacharyah. Let's let y'all see for yourself. Zacharyah. They'll call it Zacharyah, but it's Zacharyah. It means that Yahuwah has remembered. So he remember, I'm going to tell you that, don't you forget it. I don't be Yahuda than the love of another man booty. 12 and probably about, let's see 12 and 5. Let's see what it said. 12 and 5, Zacharyah. They call it Zacharyah. Listen.
And the Sarim of Yehuda shall say in their law.
The who now?
Sarim
Of who?
of Yehuda.
Y'all hear that? Sharim are the rulers. The Sharim of Yehuda shall say in their law, in their hearts.
A strength shall be to me, the inhabitants of Jerusalem, through Yahuwah, our Sabaoth, their all.
Hold on, what'd you say?
A strength shall be to me, the inhabitants of Jerusalem, through Yahuwah, out of Sabaoth, their all.
Sabaoth is of war. That would be Yahuwah of war. The of hosts would be his armies, basically. He's talking about a strength. So you see what we said? Jerusalem was going to be our strength. Come on.
In that yom I shall make the Sarim of Yehuda like a hearth of fire among the wood,
Listen.
like a torch of fire.
What y'all think fire gonna do to wood? He said, we're gonna consume them. That's what he said he's gonna do. He's gonna make Yehuda. He said, we're gonna be like fire. We're gonna consume these people. Come on.
And like a torch of fire in a sheaf, so they shall consume.
Who we mimicking? Where we get it from? Shamshun. When Shamshun got angry, they took his wife from him. He took fox and tied them tail to tail and put a torch between their tail. And he set them between the standing sheep and it burned them all down. He said, that's how Yehuda gonna be. See, everything he tell her, we understand it. That's why I be Yehuda. I'm Yehuda. Go ahead.
So they shall consume on the right hand and on the left all the surrounding arm, while Jerusalem shall be inhabited again of their own sites in Jerusalem.
You see that? That's why we said it was our strength. He said we're going to inhabit it again. You know what that means? We've been there before. He talking about Yehuda now. Come on.
Yahuwah also shall save the tents of Yehuda first.
Oh, I'm sorry. What about Yashar'AL now?
Yahuwah also shall save the tents of Yehuda first.
I don't know what these folks think about. I don't know what they can't. Listen, you ain't going to believe what the book told you about Yahushua. It said he came into his own. That's why he came to us first. He came to us and told us to go to the lost sheep of Yashar'AL. He never told them to go to the lost sheep of Yehuda. He said he's going to save our tents first. So when he came on the scene, he only came to one people first. Listen, let's see why he told you why he going to do that. Let's see. Go ahead.
So that the kabod of the Beth of Daoud and the kabod of the inhabitants of Jerusalem shall not be magnified above Yehuda.
You hear that? He made sure they'll never get high we get. He said, don't even think about it. I'm saving them first. Y'all hear that? That's all. Listen, we ain't do nothing for this. This is all favor. What you gonna do with it? He said, I'm saving Yehuda first. That way nobody don't try to magnify themselves again. You be fool to try to put yourself higher than Yehuda. You be crazy. Listen, why y'all think, listen, when they put Yahushua up on the two, they told you, he said, behold my abad, my servant. He said he should be a stove. He should be very high. Sure. Nobody got higher than he got. When they put him up on the heart, he was up on the two. He was high. Just so everybody knows, don't you try to magnify yourself up against this. Listen.
In that yom Yahuwah shall defend around the inhabitants of Jerusalem.
You say you're going to go and fight for Yashar'AL where now?
Shall defend around the inhabitants of Jerusalem.
That's why we say Jerusalem is our strength.
Yeah.
That's our fortress. We already knew what we were doing. Why you think these people keep us away from now? You don't want to let a man get back like Shamshun when the hell grew back. You don't want me to get to Jerusalem, man, I'll cut the food. You don't want me to get back there. They don't want me to be there. That'd be my strength I get back there. Y'all see, he said, I'm going to defend them. Listen.
And the one who is feeble among them in that union
Do what?
shall be like Daoud.
Y'all hear what he said? The wicked one among us going to be like Daoud. Daoud's a fighter. Man, killed a bear and an arrow. The wicked one among us now going to be like Daoud. You want to run up on us? Tell her how strong we get, son.
And the Byth of Daoud.
And the who?
Byth of Daoud.
And the who?
Byth of Daoud.
What they going to be like?
Shall be like Elohim.
Say his name. Y'all better talk to somebody. Like I told him, listen, you can be Yashar'AL and not be Yahudy. I'm Yahudy. I already cover Yashar'AL. Y'all hear that? Don't matter. You around here, I don't be impressed with it. I'm Israel. Go ahead, son. Keep moving. Keep on. I'm so impressed. They read the book. They read the same book. Y'all see I put this in here? I made it say that. Y'all heard what the man said? What 10 he gonna save first? He said, if I save anybody, I'm saving the tents of Yehuda first.
Right.
That's the first tent I'm saving. That Matah, that tribe. So everybody has to come back under the Yahudim. The name Yahudim means celebrated. Huh? Cool in the Game song about us. Come on. Y'all better talk to somebody. It's Yahudy. I'm trying to tell y'all, that's us. All day long. Don't worry about it. I already wrote that. Ben wrote that. That been done. I ain't even laughing about it. I been wrote that. Tell that old. I been wrote that. That's old. Ben wrote it. Don't even worry about it. I'm Yahudy. It's our thing. That's what we do. Come on, son.
Like the Malachim of Yahuwah before them.
Come on.
And it shall be in that yom I shall set about to destroy all the Goyim that come against Jerusalem.
See that? Against all the Goyim, I'm going to come against all the nations that destroy Shamram that they call Samaria.
That shall set about to destroy all the Goyim that come against Jerusalem.
See that? It's bad for you to come against Jerusalem. See, the people that are there now, don't worry about it. That's not us. So don't worry about it. He's still out of place, but the people have been distempered. He's going to recover and bring her back. Yeah. That's why he said we're going to inhabit it again.
That's right.
Again means you had it before. Come on.
I shall pour out on the Byth of Daoud.
What you going to pour out upon us?
And on the inhabitants of Jerusalem.
Your wrath and indignation?
The Ruach of Khan and of supplication.
See that? Ain't never favor. He let you know what he going to pour. He said, I'm pouring favor out on them. Why wouldn't you want to be Yehudi? Right. Listen, I'm good with Manasseh, them my brothers. I'm with them. But I'll be honest with you, I ain't trading no Yehudi.
That's right.
I ain't trading no Yehudi to go nowhere. He done told you, if you know what tent he saved first, what you trying to sit back at the last tent?
That's right.
Anyway, get your behind up here to the forefront. I'm in the forefront.
That's right.
It don't matter when I get made around be last, it don't be enough. Right. And then he said, I'm trying to be first. Y'all all right?
Yes,
I ain't got no fight. Listen, whatever try. Listen, name them all of my king now. So I harbor them, but make no mistake, I ain't trading no Yahudim for nobody. Y'all hear me? All right, listen.
So that they.
I know what gate I'm going in. I'm going in the north gate. Know your gate too now. That's where you're gonna mess you up now. Yehuda go in at the north gate. Know your gate. Get up there, be looking around, looking stupid. Do they have a gate for me? Yep, the gates of Sheol. Get out my face. But know what gate you going in.
That's right.
These folks better know. That's important. I know they don't make no difference to them either. Listen, we got gates we going in. Everybody just, you can't tell, ain't gonna be no, you think they're gonna be like Zacharyah Mall, everybody that piling them doors? Man, we no Zacharyah Mall. Ain't that right? Like they're gonna be at Walmart running that stomach folks off a Christmas gift. No. It's gates to this thing. It's levels. It's levels to this thing. The man got gates. You better know where you going in at. Come on.
So that they shall look on me whom they have pierced.
You see that? He said, who that is? He said, they're going to look on me who they done pierced. Come on.
And they shall mourn for him.
How?
As one mourns for an only being.
Y'all see that? That's why y'all don't know why it was dark, do you? Dark referring to gloominess. The whole of rocks were glooming. That was the first sign. He was just like Adam. He was the first sign. So everything was mourning for him. That's why it was dark, like they were glooming. The whole of Rots were mourning for him. He said he's going to do it just like they do for their only son. Y'all got it. So it's important for y'all to know that. Let's see what he's going to do.
And they shall be bitter over him as one that is in bitterness over a firstborn.
See that? Look how they're going to be doing, like one over the firstborn. Come on.
In that there shall be great mourning in Jerusalem.
See that? What happened?
In the morning of Hadar Raman in the plain of Megiddon.
Mm-hmm.
The Arat shall mourn Mishpachah by itself.
You see what they said? That's important for y'all to know that. Most y'all don't. How many of y'all don't understand that? You should have, because you got Maureen, who they call Mary, and you got Yosef. Yosef is her husband. They both, when you look at Maureen, who they call Mary, that's not her name. Her name is Maureen. You're going to have to be real careful when you look at her, because she actually covers under two tribes. She covers under Louis, who they call Levi, and she covers under Yahudy. When you look at Yosef, his father only covered under Yahudy. So we mourn differently. That's why if you pay attention, when they came to the cross, when they came to the tomb, he was not there. See, you wouldn't even worry about it, because your heart, I am a Christian. And see, this ain't important to them. This don't mean nothing to them. Why you ain't ever think, why, you know, because his daddy don't give a blank about like a nigga don't kill today, because you don't understand the book. He's telling you why. Each of our matah does things differently. Yehudi don't sit there and do that. Now, I'm going to show you this so you'll understand this, okay? Pick me up at the 13th chapter, 13, 12. 12 and 4 of the book of Byth ShamuAl, 2 Samuel, called. Let me just show you how they work, okay? His father was Yehudi. See, if you pay attention, her cousin was all Yashar'AL, but they call Elizabeth. Now, she was married to a Kohan who was from Louis. Now, how was that her cousin and they were from Louis? Because Maureen actually covers under two tribes. Daoud actually had a wife. He had a baby by somebody that was from that matah. That's why she covers under two tribes. When you start going down and you see the two lineages, one is only going to hit Nathan, and that's going to be her matah. Nathan actually going to come out from, he's going to be part of Louis. So now you're going to see why they both were not there. Let's see how Daoud did it. This is the 12th chapter at verse 5 of Be Yahudy. Listen.
Chapter 12, verse 5.
Verse 5.
Yes, sir. Then Daoud's anger burned greatly against the Ish, and he said to Nathan, as Yahuwah Kai, surely the Ish who has done this is been of moot.
Kai is lived. Daoud just said he was angry when Nathan the Nabal, that they call a prophet, who Nabal, he came and he told Daoud a story about there were two men in the city. They talked about one man had one ewe lamb, another one had a whole bunch of lambs. They talked about how when a man came and a wayfarer man, a traveling man came, that another man had took the man one ewe lamb and he killed it for him. We had all those other ones, yet he took the one and he did it. And Daoud was angry. And he stood up from his throne. He told him that each that did that is going to die. And let's see what he told him.
He shall repay fourfold for the lamb because he did this thing, and for that he had no compassion.
Mm-hmm. Y'all see what Daoud did? That's a rule. That's an emperor. He just said the man that took the other man's ewe lamb that he loved and he laid with and he ate with, he said that man, he's going to die and he's going to repay this fourfold. So let's see.
Nathan said to Daoud,
what did he say?
You are the Ish.
Uh-oh, you the man. Y'all know what that means? That means Daoud got to die and he got to pay it back fourfold. Listen.
Thus said Yahuwah, the all of Yashar'AL.
What did he say? The all, listen, the mighty one of Yashar'AL. What did he say?
It is I who anointed you Malak over Yashar'AL.
He's on the one that Mashiach you. Anoint means to Mashiach. Listen.
And it is I who delivered you from the hand of Shaul.
See that? It was me that delivered you from his hand, which is Yasha, to deliver or save. Come on.
I gave you your Adon's Beth and your Adon's Ashah.
I gave you your master's house and your master's wife. What happened, son?
Into your bosom.
Into your bosom.
And
I gave your chest.
The Beth of of Yashar'AL and Yehuda.
I gave you both the house of Yashar'AL and the house of Yehuda.
Yes, sir.
Come on.
And if that had been too little,
If that wasn't nothing,
I would have added to you more of such.
if you
and
wanted
such
more, I'd have
things.
gave you more than I gave you both houses. I gave your master house. I delivered you from your death. If this wasn't enough, I'd have gave you more than that. What happened?
Why have you despised the debar of Yahuwah by doing Rosha in his sight?
You want to know why did you hate the word of Yahuwah that you did evil in his sight? Come on.
You have struck down Uriah the Hittite with the sword,
See that? He said you done kill Uriah, the Hittite.
have taken his Ashah to yourself for your Ashah.
See, the whole story that Nathan told him was about what he did. Uriah had one little wife and he loved her, and you sat here and you killed that man and took his wife. So he let him know about his transgressions. Come on.
And have killed him with the sword of the Bani of Ammon.
See that? And you killed him with the sword. Come on.
Now, therefore, the sword shall not depart from your Byth Elam, because you have despised me and have taken the Ashah of Uriah the Hittite.
Hold on. You said what the sword was going to stop when it was going to leave?
Shall not depart from your Byth.
And guess what we want to march about? Police killing blacks, killing blacks.
Right.
Ain't that funny?
Right.
What do them bullet tips look like? And we going to have a march about black folk getting killed. The man just told him the sword is not going to depart out of your house. That's how we know who we are.
Right.
He said it ain't going to ever depart out of your house because of what you've done. Listen.
Because you have despised me and
See
have
that?
taken the Ashah of Uriah.
That's why it's bad for you going to commit qatar, because it go further than just you. That act he pulled back then, we still dying. See, that go with being Yahudy too.
Right.
See that? You're going to take, he said before, both ends. I said before you life and death, baraka, and all our curses. Listen.
To you to be for an Ashah. Thus says Yahuwah, behold, I shall come up Rosha against you from your own bed.
You see that? You hear that? Behold, I'm going to comb up people from your own house that's going to wind up coming against you. Huh? That's what Yahuwah had. That's what Yahushua dealt with. He told you a man enemy going to be them of his own house. And you didn't know why he told you that, did it? He told you, he said, a man enemy going to be them of his own house. Yahuwah just told, that's how I know the book right. Why is it amazing for somebody in my own house and do me wrong? I don't know where that could possibly come from. He told you what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring it up from your own house. Come on.
I shall take your Ashah before your eyes.
And do what?
Give them to your Re'ah, and he shall lie with your Ashah in the sight of this Shamash.
You see that? The man gonna live with your wife, right? You can't imagine what the slave master did. They probably do that. They probably never come and take this slave master. Probably come take the little poor little Negro, his wife, and lay with her right there in their face. That probably ain't never happened, did it? Probably was a law against that. Where that could have came from? How that could have happened? This was written before slavery. I don't know why these people have a problem with the book. Some of the book ain't right. Everything he told you happening. Come on.
For you did it secretly, but I shall do this thing before all Yashar'AL.
Guess what? Everybody know about it too. He said, I'm gonna do it before all Yashar'AL. Everybody gonna know about it. Come on, son.
And under the Shamash.
And under this Shamash. Come on, under the sun. Come on.
Then Daoud said to Nathan,
This is what he said.
I have kata against Yahuwah.
Unlike us, man, what I do wrong? See, the man said, man, he said, man, I done sinned. Come on.
And Nathan said to Daoud,
Listen what he said.
Yahuwah also has taken away your kata. You shall not moot.
Now, what did Daoud say out of his mouth gonna happen to a man that did similar? And he just came back and told he wasn't gonna die because of all the good works Daoud did. Because Daoud is such a great man. So guess what Daoud understood? Favor. I should die. I want to tell you a story. I want to hear what you say should happen. Oh, nigga do that, he need to be dead. I'll kill him myself. He said, that's interesting, because you the person. Hold on for a minute. I ain't gonna kill you. I want you to agree. You should be dead for what you done. See, that's what we understanding. That's what he was showing him. So when Yehuda heard him talk about giving them the sure recom, of Daoud. You understand what it was? Because I know I should be dead. Give me the mercies you gave to Daoud. So you don't even know why they asked for it. Give me the mercies you gave to Daoud, because surely I should be dead for all the stuff I've done. So he let him know, I ain't gonna kill you. Let's see what happened. Come on.
However, because by this deed you have caused the enemies of Yahuwah to blaspheme,
What happened?
the man also that is born to you shall surely moot.
You see, you ain't gonna believe it. I wonder why our kids dying. Anybody can tell her why our kids dying? See, because of the deed he did, he didn't die. He said, your son gonna die. Why you? And we keep telling why our boys keep getting killed, why our sons keep getting murdered. I wonder why, Daddy. What did we do, Daddy? See, nobody want to wake up and admit. See, I'm trying to show you that's what he told what's called cry loud, spare not, lift up your voice like a teruah, and show my people their transgression and the house of Jacob, show them their sin. We so dumb. We keep marching against white people. We never march against our own stupidity. We are the killers of our babies. Nobody told us that, though. White man. He got a hand on some things, but it's because of us.
Yeah.
It's because of us. We ain't guilty of none of this.
Yes.
That's the thing. So he doing the same thing. I didn't kill you, but I got to make somebody got to pay for this. So now I got to transfer risk. I got to make somebody else pay for it. The wages of sin is death. He told you that. Well, somebody got to die for this. Well, I spared you. Somebody got to die for it. That's why Yahushua had to die.
Right.
Otherwise, we'd have got away scot-free.
Yeah.
Let's see what happened. How about that?
So Nathan,
Think about how that got to work on their heart, though. You don't kill you. That's a good. Yes, sir. Woo! Boy, nigga thought I was dead. He said, I'm going to kill your son. He said, oh, blank. This tight. I mean, I don't want to die either. He didn't do like that to my, kill me. He like, well, you know, that tight. I'm just saying, nobody want to die. I know I'm ready to die. You usually ready to die because you don't feel the pain of it yet.
right?
Death is cruel. He made it. Let me tell you, death is cruel because he made death that way. It's supposed to make you not desire it. You ain't supposed to desire. You're supposed to desire the life. To show you desire life is to live right. That's the purpose. Death is supposed to be cruel. They're a little sweet, innocent, fly away with a little wing. Who ain't trying to die? Everybody trying to die. It's because of the pain, the agony, and because of what you go through that people fear death. So he put that a contingency on you committing sin. When you commit sin, this coming for you. Come on.
So Nathan went to his bed. Then Yahuwah struck the Yalit that Uriah, Ashab, bore to Daoud.
See that? He said that. See, now he done struck the child. The child's sick. Come on.
So that he was very ill.
Yes.
Daoud therefore inquired of Elohim for the Yalit.
Pay attention now.
And
Daoud inquired for it. Come on.
And Daoud kept a fast and went.
Listen what he did. He
all
kept a
Layla.
fast and he said he was at the hospital.
And went and lay all Layla on the Adumah.
Y'all see what he did? The child was sick. He was inquiring of Yahuwah. And you see how he got in the bed? Where was she at then? Listen.
The Zakanim of the Beth Kum arose toward him
The elders came toward him.
to raise him up
What
from
happened?
the Adumah,
And what happened?
but he was not willing
He was not willing to get off the ground.
and
Come
would
on.
not eat lakam with him.
And neither would he eat with him.
Then it happened on the Shabi that the Yalit moved.
Y'all say it happened on the Shalishi was the 6th day that the child died.
7th day.
Shalishi is Shabai is 7. You said Shalishi.
I said Shabi.
You said Shabai. Go put a check on the book. I ain't gonna be arguing with you, man. Come on, put that check on the book, man. My brother just called. He said, "Folk be arguing with you too much around now." And my brother called me. He just called. He said, "You ain't got soft around now. You need to get them checks up." And I'll quote another great lady where she said, "You know what I'm telling you, Crib, when you put that up down,
What's that?
that'll learn you." He said, "Well, his mom used to tell him,
No, my
you get in
daddy.
something happen. Oh, your daddy?
Yes, sir.
Put another check up down." So you throw me off. I supposed to know that the first time. That's your fault. I got it wrong. Come on. When he came out of single parent home, I'd have got it right the first time. What you doing having 2 parents in the home in the first place?
Hey,
You're black, ain't you?
actually,
Come on.
no.
Oh, I forgot. Now I gotta give myself a check. I call a white man black. What am I doing? Come on. Come on.
Then it happened on a Shabbat that the Yalit moved, and the Abadim of Daoud were afraid to tell him that the Yalit was moved.
Mm-hmm.
For they said, behold, while the Yalit was still alive,
Yes.
we spoke to him, and he did not shama to our call.
He would not listen when we tried to call him. Mm-hmm.
How then can we tell him that the Yalit is moved, since he might do himself harm?
Y'all see that? Ain't no tell what he might do. We're going to tell him that child dead. Come on.
But when Daoud saw that his Abadim were whispering together,
Yeah.
Daoud perceived that the Yalit was moved.
What happened?
So Daoud said to his Abadim, is the Yalit moved?
Yes.
And they said he is moved.
They say he is dead.
So Daoud cum from the Adumah,
He got up from the ground
washed Mashiach himself and changed
anointed
his
himself,
clothes.
changed his clothes, and did what?
And he came into the Beth of Yahuwah
Uh-huh.
and worshipped. Then he came to his own Beth.
Should call him, which he adored him. And then he went to his own house. Pay attention now. He went to the Beth of Yahuwah, and he should call him. He adored him. And then he went where?
To his own Beth.
And did what?
And when he requested, they set Lakam before him, and he ate.
They set food before him, and he ate. Come on.
Then the Abadim said to him,
What they want to know?
what is this thing that you have done?
Yes.
While the Yalit was Kai, you fasted and wept.
Yeah.
But when the Yalit moved, you cum and ate Lakam.
Come on.
He said, while the Yalit was still Kai,
What you say?
I fasted and wept.
Why?
For I said, who knows, Yahuwah may be kind to me that the Yalit made Kai.
Y'all ain't gonna believe why I'm standing, why I teach y'all, why I teach and why I try to get y'all to consider. Because you still living. Who know whether he'll give you kind? That's what Daoud looked. As long as the child was living, there was a chance. That's why he did things the way he did. That's why he stayed on the ground. That's why he wouldn't eat. He was fasting because he was trying to see if Elohim will grant him the recalm that he given him. Listen.
But now he has moved.
He's died.
Why should I fast?
He want to know, so what am I fasting for? Come
Can I
on.
bring him back again?
See that? He said, I can't bring him back. I don't know why these folks going to see these palm worshipers tell me I come back. Daoud was a man after his own law. He said, I can't bring him back. What can he do?
I shall go to him.
He said, I'm going to him.
But he shall not return to me.
He can't cross back over. Come on.
Then Daoud confronted his Ashab.
He confronted.
Bathsheba. Comforted. I'm
He
sorry.
comforted who?
His Ashab Bathsheba.
So he was comforting her the whole time.
And went in to her and lay with her.
You see that? He never laid her the whole time because he was of Yehuda.
That's right.
We don't do that. He separated from her because he was fasting. See, you want to know what Joseph was doing? You want to know what his daddy was doing? I just told you what his daddy was doing. His daddy was fasting. His daddy had himself on the ground because he was looking at maybe Yahuwah would give recalm and wouldn't let Yahushua die up on the tomb. And after Yahushua died, he got up and he ate. Because he knew Yahushua was gone. He wasn't coming back, not in that state. He knew that I can go over to him. He's not crossing back over again. Not as a man. See, that's why he told them that they were going to mourn apart. Because when people saw she was by herself, they're going to start what we'll call, how we say, nigga talking. I know that nigga didn't like him. How funny he used to be around that boy. He never would let him use that hammer. I watched him one time around there. He used to treat the boy. I seen him cut his eye nasty. When you understood they were from two different matah. So they were separate. When it came down to how they were going to mourn Yahushua's death, it was different. You do it your way, I do things my way. The way he looked at how Yehuda do it, we fast. We go to the ground. We don't eat. Other matah do something different. That's why he said each one was going to mourn apart because we do things separate. That's all you need is a teacher.
That's right.
See, I just taught you what Joseph, his daddy, was doing. You would have never known it.
Right.
That's why he told you whatever was written aforetime. How else we going to know what his daddy was doing? We were going to holler he was a deadbeat dad. He was out there messing around with them women in the street. Because now you leave it to the mind to assume, versus if you go back and learn how each matah does things. That's why he said they're going to mourn separately, because we don't all do it the same way. We're separate tribes, although we're up under one umbrella. That makes sense. That's what we do. That's two. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate y'all. We'll get ready so we can go and get this up here. Oh, Deuce, here it come. You get him on? Oh. Oh. Hey, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate y'all. Oh, appreciate it. That's what I'm talking about. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. I take gifts. All I can get. I'm trying to be something. Prince, I already know you getting. I'm gonna. Prince gonna want a favor. If Prince give me $5, she gonna want $9,000 worth of favor. Some folks don't even take money from them. I'll be hearing about that $5 20 years from now. Yeah, that $5. That $5 been ran out. Pay my bill, man. Come on. Everybody all right?
Yes, sir.
That's too. Appreciate y'all patience. I wanted us to, by the Khan of Yahuwah, I want us to really understand Khan. When you look at versus what we've done and what he's given us, listen, as hard as that was, as tragic as that situation was, there'd have been more traffic if Dawood would have been cut off. He spared his life. And look what it got us now. So now we can ask for the sure mercies of him. See, a lot of times, how y'all heard they talk about the sure mercies of Dawood? You never understood why. That's what he gave him. Sure mercy, because he told you out his own mouth he ought to be dead. Not just die either. He said, I'll kill him. You will spare. That's all of us in him. All of us watching. All of us should be dead. He's giving us a sure mercy, but that's only because of the house we came, the Beth we came out of. I see it. You did a good job, too. That's that.